when he was here, which means it's unfulfilled. None of the prophecies he fulfilled if he got to do it when he comes back. What's wrong with this guy? If he got to come back to do it, he didn't do it when he was here, which is exactly the argument I push forward. He didn't do any of the things that the Mashiach, the Messiah, was supposed to do. He didn't do according to Isaiah, according to Micah, according to Zechariah, according to Jeremiah. But guess what? I sat and thought, there is one prophecy that he did fulfill. You know which one that is? Deuteronomy 13. You know what Deuteronomy says, 13? If a prophet says something and that thing does not surely come to pass, that prophet shall be put to death. What happened? He was put to death. So now I said, you know what? There is one prophecy, Deuteronomy 13. Yeah. He said things. He broke many of the things that the law said, so he should rightfully, by the Torah, be put to death. And he was put to death. That's what the Torah says. That's what the Tanakh says. All you got to do is just go and read the Torah and the Tanakh, right? Why are you trying to read the Old Testament from the lens of the New Testament? You wouldn't read the Book of Mormon. Trying to read the Old Testament from the lens of the New Testament. If that's your starting point, if your starting point is the New Testament, you already done. You messed up already. Because that's your starting point. You shouldn't start there. You should read it in the chronological order and read everything that the Hebrew Bible say, which is the reason why in Israel today, there's a whole nation that don't believe in no Jesus. You know why? Because they know what the Torah says. They wrote it. They got a whole nation of, what are you talking about? What is Christians talking about? He doesn't fulfill any of the job descriptions. He didn't do any of the things that the Hebrew Bible said. Nothing. He wasn't a king. I clearly showed you. Zechariah 9:9 said he's going to be a king. Micah 2 said he's going to be a king. Wow, so if you read in the Old Testament, the guy you expecting is supposed to be a king. He's supposed to be a ruler. He's supposed to knock out the enemies. He's supposed to establish peace on earth, according to what the Hebrew Bible says. According to the Hebrew Bible. So then now you ask the question, how is the guy from the New Testament that you call Jesus, how is he the guy if he doesn't do any of the things? Because according to your own admission, he's going to do it when he comes back. When he comes back, he's going to do it. Holy crap. That means he ain't doing when he was here. That's exactly what I'm saying. Thank you for saying that. Thank you very kindly. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to end off with this. Go back and read the Old Testament. Read the Old Testament. Read the Hebrew Bible, right? But don't read it from the lens of the Greeks. Because that's what the New Testament is. It's the Greeks. It's the Greeks. Read it from the original people. And then you'll understand that the dude, Jesus, was a fraud and a liar.
Thank you, Mr. Morpheus. Thank you. You have completed your end of the debate. Apostle, please, when you're ready, come in and do your 5-minute closing. At 4 minutes, I will let you know you have 1 minute remaining. Your time begins when you start speaking. I believe your mic is muted. Zaqan, your mic is muted. Unmute the mic for the other Zoom that you.
Okay, I'm sharing my screen.
Yes, sir. Your time starts when you start speaking. You have 5 minutes.
Can you put my screen up?
Yes, sir. Prophesied Isaiah. Your time starts when you start.
I can't see it. I don't know what I got to do this. Hold on. I'm sorry. I get it. Okay. Let me go back to my beginning.
right here. You know, folks, that's why I started with the word Genesis. Okay, in the Old Testament. Because God has a plan, regardless to what Morpheus say, and his none of that matters. God has a plan. He talked about Hebrew, Banashah. Read, study. Moses, you speak Hebrew now? Read and see what it says. Ba, house. Ra, head. Shah, destruction. Fa, son. Yah, son. Fa, Barashah, that the son is going to come from the house of God, give his life by his own hand on the cross. That's God's plan of salvation. That's why Christ came, to die first and foremost. Without the death, burial, and resurrection, nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. I gave you 300 prophetic utterances about his coming and fulfillment in the text throughout the Bible, Old and New. The fact that Matthew, Mark, we don't know who wrote it, ain't got nothing to do with whether Christ lied, whether Christ is a fraud. You have not shown this whole debate that Christ is a liar. You only showed you don't understand Scripture. And you only speak about Scripture that support your side, whereas I speak about all of it. You only speak about the Scriptures that support your theory. I show all of them, the good with the bad, because it all adds up to a Christ that is to return and fulfill all things as it was foretold. He asked Peter, "Who do men say that I am?" And Peter answered, "Faithfully. Some say you Peter, some say you John the Baptist, some say you Elijah, some say you that." He said, "Peter, but who do you say that I am?" Peter said, "Thou art the Messiah, the Son of the living God." And that's who he was. And everything he did was in fulfilling that. And you yet to touch that. You can't touch that. You got a good, cute laugh. You got a lot of hyperbole. You got a lot of nonsense that you talk, but you didn't show that Christ was a fraud. Neither did you show that Christ was a liar. Every verse and chapter where you say he did this or did that, I came back with the verse and chapter saying, "No, buddy, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work." He had to deal with the curse of Zechariah before he could sit on the cross. That means he had to die. He did that.
1 minute.
And now, all of us here that know him and love him is waiting on his return. You don't understand Scripture as past tense, future tense, or purpose tense. When he's talking about what he's going to do. That's what you got to understand. You just can't read a Scripture and figure that out, but you got to study the text and show yourself approved, a workman worthy, to be considered a child of God. And you can't cut that. You're so busy trying to tear him down, you can't even recognize your own fault. And people might want to dismiss that. say you are the liar, you are the fraudulent person here.
Time.
You have committed fraud and you are lying. Did you say time?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We have now come to the conclusion of the debate. Mr. Morpheus versus Apostle Zaqan. This was an excellent debate. I thoroughly enjoyed the information, and I'm sure our audience did as well. Before I end the recording and we move on to YouTube for the after party, is there anything that you would like to add, sa.neter, if you're still in the panel?
Yes,
You're muted, sa.neter.
Yes, I just want to say great debate between both of the brothers. Very professional on both sides. Yes, we had a little rough start at the beginning. That was neither one of their faults. We just had to get everything right. And I got to say, I'm very proud of my big brother Apostle. Very proud of my big brother Apostle. Very proud of my brother Morpheus. Y'all did a great job together going at it. And we'll see what the people say. Come on over to the after party. We live already. We got 2 chats waiting for y'all to come in. Hit the link, and we're going to open it up for the people. Nepal, you can stop the recording. Let's go. Come on
Let's
in.
go. I'm ready. I'm waiting for the word.
All right, we ready. Let's get up out of here.
Peace, everybody. Peace, we'll see you over there on the after.
All right. Okay, so they on their way over, y'all. I want to know what y'all think about it. Man, let me say this, man. I already know that y'all got some hate for Apostle. I am very proud of my brother Apostle. Very proud of my brother Apostle. I think he did great. I think he did excellent. I think he I think he caught Morpheus on a few things. It was going back and forth. I think Apostle did excellent. And so we already know how over here, we got anti-Bible people over here. So I know which way a lot of people going to go. That's why I'm not putting up a poll, because you got to know the Bible and you got to know everything. You got to know this, because a lot of people over here is just going to, personality worship. Oh, I like Morpheus. I'm going for Morpheus. Oh, I might like Apostle. I go for Apostle. So I ain't doing no more polls over here no more, because y'all got to know the subject. So we got the people in the building. Let me ask Apostle, how do you feel about this debate, Apostle?
I give all of it glory, all every bit of it to the Most High. He did it. He did what he wanted me to do. He gave me what he wanted me to say. And it's up, most of all, I want the people to hear with their hearts what I said, not for victory, but hopefully they can be blessed from it. And maybe they can get us to a relook at Christ.
Hey, Kasai, I need you to turn on your camera. Let me see if that's you, brother. All right. Got you.
Maybe I said something that will cause someone to take another look.
All right. Let me ask Morpheus. Hey, Morpheus, peace, brother. Great debate. How do you feel you did? How do you think you did? Unmute yourself.
You talking to me?
Yes. How do you feel you did in this debate going up against Apostle?
Oh, I think I proved my point. Let me turn YouTube off. I got YouTube on. Sorry. Let me turn off YouTube. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I think I presented my argument. I think I really think I presented and proved everything that I said coming from text. I proved it all. I proved that he wasn't from the seed of David. I definitely proved that, and definitely proved that he did not do any of the things that the Messianic prophecies say, right? Not one, not even a half of one. Right? Not one. I think I proved that. Right? And if you're honest and you following the text and you're reading the Old Testament and reading the Hebrew Bible, you can clearly see that he didn't do nothing. He didn't do none of those things. We're not in world peace. sa.neter, we're in war right now. That's not supposed to be happening if the Messiah came. We're not supposed to be in war. None of this stuff that we saying should happen. But the most telling thing of all, sir, if he says he's going to do it when he comes back. Do you understand how telling that is? That if he's going to do it when he's come back, that means they're not fulfilled. I don't understand how somebody can't get that part. But go ahead.
Apostle, you can rebuttal.
Yeah, because you can't see it, Morpheus. Everything. He fulfilled what he was supposed to fulfill when he came back the first time. But that's not an end. He came back to die. He did that. That's what he came for. Now, when he returns, as he said, that he shall return, the same way it was said he will come at first. Just like Isaiah 61 said. And just like when he read in Luke, in the synagogue, he said what he did. The portion that he had not completed in Isaiah 61, he did not repeat. He closed the book and he sat down, knowing that there's still work to be done. But he had to first deal with sin by dying, deal with the curses by dying, because even Israel was under curses, but he had to die for them. Now that he died for the curses, when he returns, he can stand in our place and he can stand before God and say, I already did that. It's
All right. All right. I think
Can I ask a question?
I think Morpheus got a nice uppercut when he pulled out that Jesus said that this is what's going to happen. They're not going to die before this right here happened. You know what I'm talking about, Morpheus? Do you remember that scripture?
Matthew 16 and 24.
Okay, Matthew 16 and 24. I think Morpheus got a nice uppercut, but I think Apostle also had a nice rib cage shot too when he caught you, Morpheus, with the Samuel. When you said his name, hold on. When you said his name was not Samuel, was that it, Apostle?
What do you mean?
No, he said his name was not
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel,
right.
No,
And then,
it's not.
hold on, brother. And then Apostle went right in the book
No.
and told you, brother, let me finish, brother. It's all right.
I don't know what he's talking about. Matthew 1.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm talking, y'all. Where you said Jesus was not called Immanuel.
Right.
And then Apostle came right back and showed you where Jesus was called Immanuel.
No, he wasn't. Son, you missed it. You know what it said?
What it said?
What he showed was that what Matthew said is in Isaiah. That's what he did. He's talking about Matthew is quoting something from Isaiah that says the name Emmanuel. He's not saying Jesus was called Emmanuel.
Oh, I probably missed that. I probably missed that. Apostle, you want to get it? You want to get it, Apostle?
Yeah, I got it right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, let him get it.
Isaiah 7 and 14.
Watch this. This is easy.
Isaiah 7 and 14. Not even forgetting. Matter of fact, it's a star right here beside the which come. That star indicates a prophetic prophecy of Christ. That's what that star represents. A prophetic prophecy in Christ. When you see that star in the Old Testament, that's what it's talking about. And it says, therefore the Lord himself shall give a sign. Behold, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and they shall call his name Immanuel. So then Matthew says in chapter 1.
Watch this. Go ahead.
Behold, a virgin shall, Matthew 1:25. Behold, a virgin shall be with child, and shall give forth a son, and they shall call his name Immanuel.
See, he's quoting Isaiah.
That's right. He's quoting Isaiah when Isaiah is prophesying about Jesus.
Hey, sa.neter, you got to apologize.
No, Morpheus, you missing it.
You don't understand.
Quoting Isaiah prophesizing something, bro.
No, listen, sa.neter, this is easy.
Morpheus.
Sa.
Testament is prophesying. The New Testament is fulfilling.
Right.
The Old Testament is predicting what shall happen. The New Testament is telling you that it's happened. It's fulfilling it. So Matthew is telling you what Isaiah said about Jesus, that his name shall be called Immanuel, meaning God with us. That's a title. And that's what his name was called when he was born. Immanuel. Just like Isaiah. See, you don't understand Scripture. You don't. That's why Isaiah 53, you saying it's talking about all of Israel. It's not. It's talking about one man dying on a cross. One man.
All right.
Sa.neter, can I clear it up? Please, can I clear it up right now?
Clear that up.
Sa.neter, can I clear it up?
Go ahead.
Please allow me to clear this up.
I said, go ahead, brother.
Thank you. Share my screen, sir. Watch this, y'all. Is my screen showing?
Yes.
This is what he's talking about. Isaiah 7, right? 7, right? 40, but let's start. That's why I said if you start from the top, you're going to understand. This has happened in the days of Ahaz and Jonathan Uzzah, the king of Judah. What's the backdrop? The two kingdoms, there's two kingdoms that have united to fight against Ahaz. Ahaz is afraid, right? Ahaz is afraid. How do we know is he afraid? What happened? What does it say? Right? It's showing?
Yes.
Okay, now watch this. Ahaz is afraid of these two kingdoms that united against him, right? And it says, Ahaz and his people shaken as the trees of the forest are shaken by the wind. So you understand they're afraid, right? Now watch this. Go to 10. The Lord spoke to Ahaz. This is Isaiah talking to him, right? Ask the Lord for God for a sign. Who is he telling to ask for a sign? Ahaz. Ask the Lord for a sign, whether it be deepest depths or the highest height. He's telling Ahaz, ask the Lord for a sign. You ready for this, sir? 13. Isaiah said, hear now, your house of David, is it not enough to try the patience of humans? Will you try the patience of my God also? Now here comes the sign. Pay attention. Therefore, the Lord himself will give you. Who's the you? Ahaz. He's talking to Ahaz. He's what? A son. The virgin will conceive and give birth to a son. But this word Alma is saying that the child already conceived. The child already conceived. Watch this. And he shall be called Immanuel. This is happening in Ahaz's time, not 700 years later. This is not 700 years later. And watch this. How do we know? Because it says, for the boy, watch it up, screaming, he will be eating courage and honey. When you know, show me where Jesus was eating courage and honey as a child. Show me that. He wasn't eating courage and honey. And it says when he knows enough to reject the right and wrong and right, that means by the time his child is about maybe 5 years old, for before the boy knows enough to reject and choose, what's going to happen? And choose right or wrong, the land of the two kings you dread will it be laid to waste. The Lord will bring you, who's the you? Ahaz, and on your people in the house to form their time. So he's telling them by the time that the woman who's pregnant, by the time the child knows right from wrong, the two kingdoms that you are worried about will be desolate. They will be laid to waste. This has nothing to do with Jesus.
So who is Immanuel?
Huh?
Who is Immanuel?
Immanuel is the child. This child who's born in Ahaz's time. And the child, by the time he knows right from wrong, and he knows good, the two kingdoms are going to be laid to waste. So the child is Immanuel, which means God is with us. If you go down to chapter 18, it clearly tells you who the child is. But y'all don't read. Y'all don't read. It's clearly showing you that the child.
I read in chapter 7.
I'm not talking to you.
All right. That's enough.
Hold on, man.
That's enough, brother. That's enough, brother. We ain't gonna go back and forth too long. It's late. I want to get the people in the building. Revelation, you in the building, man. What's happening, Revelation? Revelation.
Yeah, I'm there. Peace and blessings. You can hear me.
Did you see the debate? Did you see the debate?
Yes.
All right, give me your
Peace
take
and
on
blessings to
this, brother.
everybody. The debate was one of the best debates I've seen in quite some time. Congratulations to both debaters. Congratulations to sa.neter and the beautiful Napasha. It was really refreshing to see the beautiful Napasha, in and out of the debate. Now listen, the thing about it is, I had to draw it because I did not see round 1. I came in at round 2. I
Okay.
saw round 2, and I'm telling you, at round 2, boy, Morpheus was hitting some hard shots, so hard that some of them I felt it. I'm just being honest. It was hard at the end of round 2. I was like, I hope Apostle know what he's doing. So I would have to give round 2 to Morpheus. But I'm not gonna lie, round 3, man, Morpheus, you got knocked the Morpheus, you got to, and this is just my humble opinion. He knocked you out in round 3 when he started listing every single prophecy that was fulfilled. You see that list? When I heard that list, I was like, okay, that's it. It was totally game over for me. Now the I don't know what to say about the rebuttal because round 3 was so crazy to me, and I give Apostle the win on round 3. Then it was the rebuttal, but the rebuttal kind of turned into Apostle rebuttal came to a conclusion, and Morpheus rebuttal was almost like a next presentation to a point, but it was still good though. And then the question and answer, well, Morpheus kind of had a point. If they could have gone back and forth with that, it would have been a little better for me as well. But at the end of the day, sa.neter, this debate, like I said, was one of the best. I'm not going to take up too much time, but congratulations to both debaters.
People? Yeah.
It was great. And I would have to put it as a draw. But I want to see the part 1. That's it.
What is your take on the Immanuel situation that they arguing over?
Immanuel is it had to be translated. And when it translated, it is God with us. And as Christ was walking on the earth, a lot of people, even by the miracles that he did, that's what they would say. Oh boy, we know that the Lord is with us now, So I would say that he did fulfill it because that's what people said when he walked and when he did what he did and how he functioned, even at that dispensation of time. But the thing about it is this, that was just for that time. He did say that there's certain things that the Comforter would come and do. So for you to be telling me like, okay, because he didn't do this at this dispensation of time, that's not the guy. And we understand that is, how you would say, probably an immortal character who needs to do things then and now, even present time, then I would have to say that the person didn't understand the text too well. But that's just my take on it.
Okay, got you. Thank you, brother. All right, let me get on over to Dr. Reggie in the building. What up, Reg? Did you see the debate, Reggie?
Thank you for allowing me to see the debate.
All right, what is your take on the whole thing? Let's get it.
Well, I have to give first Napak credit for making sure that both debaters understood what the rules were. Apostle, you could not even give him the his round because he didn't even follow the rules. So first in a debate, you have to follow the rules. So
all right, hold on, Dr. Reggie. We ain't gonna do that, brother.
No. See,
no. When you say he has to follow the rules, what are you talking about?
He tried to rebut for
that was just a misunderstanding. He just got confused.
Not following the rules.
No, brother, that's a mistake. It's not like he did it. Reggie, hold on, Reggie, hold on. It wasn't like he did it intentionally.
No, but it didn't matter.
Reggie, it do matter. Listen to me for a minute.
Don't play with me, Sean.
I'm not, but you shouldn't bring that up because he thought that he got a rebuttal first. That's all he did.
Okay, let
And
me
we
tell you.
cleared it up, and then we went on. So that's not a good argument right there, Reggie.
Okay, so well, this is a great argument because I'm gonna tell you what happens in other debates and on trial. If you don't follow the court rules, it's on you. It's not on the other party
You're
because
still missing the
were
point, brother.
explained.
I just told you it was an accident. It was a mistake.
Right,
Or
but I just
it
told
was
you
a
in trial.
misunderstanding.
No, you
Sort
don't
of.
think I understand you?
Yes, go ahead.
No, I understand you. Now watch this. I am saying that if you don't follow the court rules, mistake or not, right? That mistake or not, you lose points. Second, right? Second, the problem is that Apostle is a messianic and obviously a Christian, right? The rules set for who a Messiah is in the Old Testament. Those rules don't change ever. And this is Yahweh. This is Yahweh's rules, right? Now, to be the son of Yahweh, you have to follow the rules that he set forth in the Old Testament, all those laws. Apostles spent an enormous amount of time reading common law, American common law. That does not apply to Hebrew law, right?
He was rebutting, man. That's what he thought. I keep telling you. When he did that, he was rebutting until he learned that was not the rebuttal round, Reggie.
You don't think I understand?
No, I don't think you do because you keep bringing that up.
No, but I'm just saying now I'm talking about another part. The mistake is one thing, but what he in fact did was spend enormous amount of time, regardless of not Hebrew law, but on common law. You can't debate the Bible with American common law. You can't. You have to debate the Bible with the Hebrew law, which Yahweh set forth, versus who Jesus is. You just asked me for my opinion. You could take it or not, right? You could take it or not, but I don't like when this is about the Bible and as to whether this is the guy, right? And nowhere in the Old Testament says that the guy is going to come back. The guy has to do it as a human being who did not die, who was a king, right, in his own right. That's why Cyrus was a Messiah, because he was a king on earth. And he did those things, and they named him a Messiah. Jesus, what Morpheus will tell you, and everybody will tell you, there is a whole culture called the Hebrew culture, not Messianic, who do not believe in this guy. They go on with their life. But this new group, the Christian group or the Messianic group, wants to read in the New Testament, but we don't have Jesus' words. We have anonymous authors. So I don't want to lose my breath on this. But when you have anonymous authors talking about a guy years after the guy's death and they are anonymous, we don't have the words of Jesus. We don't have it. We have a hearsay. Okay. I think I'm finished. We have the Gospels are hearsay. And hearsay is made into scripture, is made holy by the people that wrote the hearsay. I don't want to talk anymore.
All right, Dr. Reggie. Thank you, brother. Rakufu, what's up, man? You seen the debate?
You know I did. I'm the biggest mouth in the debate talking stuff.
Okay, talk to me. What is your take on it?
Oh, man, Morpheus 3-0, slaughterhouse. My thing is this, though. Chat GPT, I wanted y'all to hear. So Immanuel named in the Bible in Isaiah actually lived as a child in that kingdom. The two kingdoms were destroyed, and then they tried to make it sound like it was Jesus' prophecy, but he was actually a living person according to the text, no fluff. Chat GPT came back, said, short answer, no fluff. Yes, in book of Isaiah 7, Immanuel is presented as a child born in that time as a sign to King Ahaz, not originally a distant prophecy about Jesus. Open cable Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Good job, Morpheus.
That's exactly what I was saying. If you just read the text, right? Just
all right. Suntan, we got. Let's go.
All right. Peace, everybody. Good debate. Like I said, it's, it is what it is, man. And the way that I want to ask Morpheus this question, if I can, or say, is it okay to ask him a question or just give my opinion?
First, let me do this. Being that Rafu want to go run the chat GPT. Rafu, let me do this right quick.
Go ahead.
Was Immanuel in the Bible considered to be Jesus Christ?
Yes. In the New Testament, specifically Matthew chapter 1, verse 23, the name Immanuel, meaning God with us, is directly applied to Jesus to fulfill the prophecy of Isaiah chapter 7, verse 14. While Jesus was his given name, Immanuel serves as a title representing his divine nature and presence. Would you like to see how the meaning of the name differs between the Hebrew and Greek translations?
Thank you. Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Did you catch what you just said?
Hold on. I said exactly what Apostle said.
Now ask this.
No, brother. I'm not asking none of that. He said that the name Immanuel in the Christian faith, yes, it applies to Jesus Christ.
In the Christian faith, we're talking the Old Testament.
Fact.
Brother, it don't matter if it's
It does matter.
Listen. It don't matter because Apostle said
it does matter. If the source is Isaiah, if I come from Isaiah, ask it now according to Isaiah. Watch what happens. I bet you won't do that.
Yeah, do that.
I bet you won't do it. I bet you won't.
Let me ask you a question, Morpheus. Do Immanuel goes towards Jesus Christ in the Bible, yes or no?
No, it says right here.
No,
I'm not talking to you, Rakufu, because you a hater. So I ain't talking to you. You biased already. See, I'm not biased, man. In this way.
sa.neter, I've been arguing from the Old Testament, not the New Testament. He's been arguing from the New Testament.
But guess what? What is that?
Hassan.
Hold on, man. No, hold on. Just because you've been arguing from the Old Testament,
that's the source. That's the damn source. Is the Old Testament.
I argue from the Old and the New.
Right.
I argue from the Old Testament
the source,
and the New.
If the source
argue from the Old and the New.
If the source is the Old Testament.
The Old Testament people reject the New Testament.
My man, I want to keep putting you in the back. I want to put you in the back.
No, there are some that reject it, but that don't mean I have to reject it.
Right.
There are Jews called Messianic Jews in Israel that accept what I accept.
I'm laughing at the comment.
I'm laughing
at the comment where it starts saying he ain't biased.
I'm laughing at Hassan, man. Hassan 7, you crazy. He be
Is that a lie? Sauce said he ain't biased. Is that a lie?
Hey, Hassan.
Go ahead, Suntan. Go ahead.
Man, I'm just laughing at Hassan 7. You can hear him in the back. Facts.
That was me or something.
Oh, I thought that was a size 7. Facts.
Anyway,
listen, man. And I won't, nothing against Morpheus because,
we agree to disagree. That's why ain't nothing against that.
Listen, can I say something?
Yeah.
Morpheus was reading from the Old Testament. And I always say my age just to say it. I'm 66 years old, and I learned throughout my Christian journey that the Old Testament was not blotted out. I mean, you can read from the Old Testament, but it's not consistent with the New. The New was a new covenant. See, he's reading from the Old, and Jesus came with a new covenant. That's what I was, learned throughout my Christianity years, that there was a new covenant, and Jesus became the bridge. If you want to get to God, you got to go through Christ. So what Morpheus said could be true.
However, it got canceled out by the New Testament. And then Morpheus says, well, the New Testament don't count because he's reading from the old, which contradicts the new. That's why the new came in. And then,
hey, hold on, Santan. I'm sorry, Santan. But Morpheus, you said go to Isaiah?
No, I got it right here, sir.
No, I'm not talking to you, bro. Yo, I'm not talking to you. Yo, Morpheus, you said go to the book of Isaiah?
If you go to Isaiah and you start at the first verse.
Okay, all right, be quiet for a minute. Be quiet. In the book of Isaiah is Immanuel, Jesus Christ.
No, that's where you messing up.
All right, what do you want? How you want me to ask him?
Oh my
How you want me to ask him?
You have to ask in Immanuel. Watch it in Isaiah chapter 7, right? The child, that child. We talking about.
I ain't got to do all that, man. Yo, quiet, apostle, quiet. I don't have to do that. If I say in the book of Isaiah, they know I'm talking about the book of Isaiah, brother. They know that. So in the book of Isaiah is Immanuel, Jesus Christ. Do that refer to Jesus Christ?
No, man, you're doing it all wrong.
In Christian theology, yes, the name meaning God with us in Isaiah chapter 7, verse 14 is traditionally interpreted as a prophecy referring to Jesus Christ. Context and interpretation. The prophecy. Isaiah.
Thank you.
No,
my man.
You fucked that whole thing up. Listen. Please, god damn. Listen, if you ask ChatGPT the right question, the way Rogers did, he's asking the right question. That's why he's getting that answer. You're asking the wrong question.
Guess what? No, I'm not. No, I'm not asking no damn wrong question.
Yes, you are.
Let me tell you why I'm not. Because either ChatGPT is fucking confused or something, because I'm asking it my question. Is Immanuel Jesus, yes or no? ChatGPT says yes.
No, you're asking the wrong question.
No, I'm not, brother.
So then may I ask this question?
Because the apostle is saying Immanuel is Jesus.
Watch this.
Watch this.
Saul. You ready?
Yeah.
Watch this. Ask it this question, Saul. According to, you ready?
Yes.
According to Hebrew, because that's the source. According to the Hebrew or Jewish people, whatever, is Immanuel Jesus? Because the question
Jewish people don't believe in Jesus.
Listen, stop for a minute. Could you stop? He asked you.
Not yet, apostle. Stop, apostle. Stop.
Watch this, Saul. You asked the question according to the Christians, is Immanuel Jesus? That's the answer you got.
You don't think apostles are Christian?
Listen, Saul, please listen to me for a second. Ask ChatGPT again. According to the Hebrews, is Immanuel Jesus?
Okay.
They don't believe in Jesus, of course.
All right, hold on. Let me go on over to Santan. I'm sorry for cutting you off, Santan. Go ahead, brother.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Well, like I said, like nothing against Morpheus, but he kind of switched the way that it was taught just to me. I don't know how it was taught to everybody else. I was taught that Jesus was brought a new covenant. Morpheus, I'm not even asking you no questions because, like I said, you got a thought process and the way you read it, I ain't got no problem with it, but the way that it was read and taught to me was Jesus was the new covenant, right? In the Old Testament, which does count, but not the prophecy was fulfilled in the Old Testament. And the New Testament was Christ. He became the bridge to God. So, right. So in my closing, all I would say is you kind of turned it when you want to stay in Hebrew in the Old Testament when that Old Testament was fulfilled by the prophecy of Christ coming, because he came to die. That was no. But this is what I was taught, and maybe I'm wrong.
Let me say
whatever. But what I'm trying to What I'm trying to say is,
Let him say his piece first, Morpheus. Let him go.
what I'm trying to say is this here, Morpheus.
Put your hand down, Rockhoofle. I got to get other people. You already
The New Testament is Christ. He brought, I keep saying, a new covenant. So all that, he said, all that was old is passed away. He said, you don't put new wine in the old bottle. He wasn't canceling out the Old Testament, but he was bringing in a new doctrine, which was the covenant of Christ. So
Elder Zaqan, let me say this to you.
But you
no, I understand you.
Listen,
I completely
brother,
understand
and I'm gonna listen to you, right?
Listen, Elder Zaqan.
Like I say, I had no problem with your scholarship.
Morpheus. Let him finish.
I had no problem with your scholarship, right?
And I'm gonna ask the question the way you want, Morpheus. I'm gonna ask it the way you want.
Okay, so and like I said, I would more apostle stuck on the way that I was taught it. Right. So I would say I would give it to apostle because Morpheus scholarship was all his back scholarship and because you can't get no peer review on this. It's just his commentary and what he identified that this thing said. And, you know, it's no peer reviews on none of this. This is the Bible. The Bible is his own primary source within itself. You can't go out the Bible for a primary source. You can't use the Bible as a primary source unless you're talking about the Bible. And from what I read, Jesus is the new covenant, and he's the bridge to God. You can't get Morpheus got to go. Go ahead, man. I must ship you somewhere, Morpheus. You never you always let somebody finish.
No, good. I thought you
won't even let me finish. So something wrong. I didn't ship.
No, I thought you was finished. Keep going then. Okay.
But I'm talking. How could you think that, brother? You highly intelligent. And Morpheus, like I said, man, your scholarship is impeccable. You know how to read between the lines, dot the I's and cross the T's. However, you switched it up when you stayed in the Old Testament. Ask any Christian, because there's going to be some more coming up, or anybody, I won't say anybody who's been taught in the way of Christianity, they would tell you Jesus is the new covenant. He's the bridge. And they made a song, Aretha Franklin, the bridge over troubled water. So I'm done. You switched it up. So I'll have to give it to Apostle because he stuck with what the book says. He didn't come with his own interpretation of it. He stuck with what it said. You stuck with what it said, but you stayed in the Old Testament.
All right. Morpheus.
New Testament.
Can I respond now, please?
Yeah, Morpheus. Just because you dealt with the Old Testament, when Apostle got with the Old Testament, he can go. He can use both. But how you want me to ask the question, Morpheus? I'm ready to ask.
I want to respond to him first, please.
Go ahead.
Okay, Elder Zaqan.
Yes, sir.
I understand what you was taught. I got that part. We was all taught that.
Right.
But the problem is you've never investigated it. You haven't investigated it if what it's saying is true. You haven't done it, right? And the problem is this. Why did I go to the Old Testament? Because A, it's written in Hebrew. 2, the source is Hebrew, Old Testament. That's the source. That's its origin. That's its language. So if I want to understand what it is, why would I go to Greek testaments, Greek words, manuscripts? Why would I not go to the original source? We always say this here about go to the source. If the Old Testament, the Hebrew Bible, the Tanakh, the Torah is the source, why would I not go to the source? Why would I listen to a Greek New Testament? Makes no sense. It makes no sense at all if that's not the source. You've never investigated what the source said. You just ran with, like you said, what you was taught. I was taught the New Testament said that Jesus was the bridge between, he's the comforter, but you never investigated it.
All right, Morpheus, how you want me to ask the question now?
Ask the question. In the Hebrew Bible, Isaiah.
In the Hebrew Bible, Isaiah,
according to its original text.
In the Hebrew Bible, Isaiah, according to the original text,
is Immanuel.
Immanuel.
So ask, who is Immanuel? You ain't got to say no more. Who's Immanuel according to the original text?
according to the original text. Hold on. According to the original text. What else?
In the Hebrew, huh?
According to the original text. In the Hebrew,
Isaiah. Who is Immanuel?
Who is Immanuel?
Immanuel, Immanuel, translates to God is with us. Historically, scholars identify him as a son of Isaiah or a child of King Ahaz.
Thank you.
A temporary sign of divine protection against invading kings. Would you like me to compare this historical context with the later New Testament interpretation?
Now you understand? Now do you understand?
This is what I understand. Listen to me. In this text, it says that. But Paso using another text that proves him right. Morpheus?
No, he
you don't understand.
It doesn't
I'm
prove
not
it
coming
right.
from a perspective of the Jewish man.
Oh man, Morpheus,
The Jewish man.
How come you can't see an apostle's position that he's coming from that position? You coming from this one.
That's the original one, sir. That's the source. What are you talking about?
It's not the source.
All right.
You did this before with Captain Gaddafi.
All right, hold on, y'all. Kassad, you got the floor, brother.
Can you hear me out?
I can hear you.
Hey, peace and blessings, shalom, and everyone in the chat. Hey, this is funny, man. They still crying right now to try to convince the audience that Morpheus won. Apostle beat the whole brakes off that man. Hey, the funniest part was in the Q&A, Morpheus threw away his whole debate. He threw away his whole debate, and I stated this the whole time. He was gonna keep going to the New Testament in the Bible, and when it disagrees with him, when it shoots him in his head, when it blows his head off, he's gonna say, "I disagree with that. I don't believe in the New Testament." But you're constantly going to the New Testament in the Bible to establish your argument. Crazy. The debate is not based on Morpheus or the Judaism or Jewishness. It is on the Bible. What does the Bible say about Jesus? One of the few things I wanted to point out, you go to 1 Peter, it says that the Bible specifically says in 1 Peter, he did not sin and there was found no guile in his mouth. The whole debate is over right there. The Bible automatically states Jesus is not a fraud, none of that. So what is Morpheus talking about? Told you this was going to be a clean example of Morpheus giving you his interpretation all night long. He said Jesus was not a son of David. I got 5 scriptures off the top. Romans 1:3, Matthew 13:55, John 6:42, John 1:45, Luke 18:38. All scriptures state he was the son of Joseph and he's the son of David. What is he talking about? Apostle smoked this guy. I already told y'all he's gonna go to the Bible constantly, and when it disagrees with him, I don't believe with that. I don't agree with that.
Okay, so
3-0.
Here's the deal.
No, hold on, Reggie. You spoke, Reggie. You spoke, Reggie.
Some of them spoke twice.
No, the only one spoke twice was Morpheus because this says show.
Sometimes spoke twice, right?
Can you put the whole screen up, please? Can you put the screen up?
Go ahead, Reggie.
Okay, so what you will find, did I freeze?
No, you there.
Okay.
I got you next to Freedom, and then I got my man, Brother Lod in the building.
Okay, so what you will find.
Seven of Swords just one of the first in here, and I can't talk.
Yeah, when I come to you.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna be one of the last ones. I know.
Okay.
Nah, you could have been the next one.
Okay. But
in fact, I'm going to you next. You was here first, brother. You're right. You're right.
Okay, so there are 2 religions, but the European put the books together. The European, right? So I hear these things about the Jewish man and all of this stuff. So now for Apostle, the Hebrew is the Jewish man. So I don't want to hear no Abba Yah. I don't want to hear none of that stuff, right? So there's 2 books.
I'm getting ready to talk to Jabari, Reggie, about you to see if you're going to do an in-person debate. I'm going to pay you nothing.
I don't respect him. Don't ask me that again.
So what? I'm going to put your ass in the ring with Jabari, and you're going to stand up like a man and him.
I'm not. I'm going to stand up like a man, but I don't respect him. So let me just finish what I'm saying.
That's a way of copping out. That's all it is.
No, it's not the way of copping out, right?
I told you, Brother Lau, he ain't gonna do it. I told you, because Brother Lau brought that up today.
Yeah, he can know. Y'all might want to see when I don't respect a person, when a person brings up his credentials and tries to sully my credentials. When I worked 20 years in my goddamn field,
but Reggie,
years that
you know you're my brother, and I love you.
No, he brought up my career.
Reggie, you do that all the time to people.
No.
What are you talking about?
No. And people that talk about my money, I put my money in my son, right? My family and my son, not in cars, not in houses, right? I put it in my son, right? And my ex-wife is very accomplished, and my son is accomplished.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. You did great.
People want to measure people about what they don't know, the people's personal sacrifices that they make for the future. I don't respect him, right? And the worst thing is because we were friends. But when you play to the camera, right? I don't respect you. Now, getting back to this point, and I'm softening my voice, right? You will find when you search, you're going to find what the church fathers did. And you're going to find that one of the things that they did with the Septuagint is they wrote the word Yahweh out, right? That was very, very important. So you will not see Yahweh. You will not see any of that. You're going to see Greek stuff. It amazes me how people, right, forget about Yahweh and El, which is not in the New Testament, and then they wrote it out as Septuagint. Well, if you search, you will find that the Hebrews, now the Jewish man, so at that time, now they're not Hebrews, they're the Jewish man, right? They're not those people. They're the Jewish man, and later to be called the Hebrews. But you will find that the church fathers helped write the Septuagint after, right, it was first written. And they set up a process. You will find that they set up a process to control the Hebrews, which was a problem to Christianity. But in this particular debate, if you argue from the New Testament, right, you may go with Apostle. But if you argue with the originators of the text, you will find that Morpheus is absolutely right. And he did the methodological, how can I say, right practice of going back to the source. I understand Christians and Messianic Christians, but what you don't know is that the Goyim, the Greeks, the Gentiles hijacked the old Hebrew. So maybe I can say, based on a lot of people here are in fact Christians because we were enslaved to be Christians. We didn't get that on our own. That is in our DNA, the Christian, to love the white man, right? To love the white man's story. And so we can't get that out of it. But as far as a debate is concerned, when someone is actually using the primary sources, showing you the text in primaries, right? The primary text, and you don't show none of that, you could win a debate if you have an audience, but you can't win a debate because you didn't show primaries. You got to show primaries in a debate, sir. That's one of the things that we do here. He didn't show any primary. The primary is in the primary. What are the primaries? The Torah, the Tanakh, even the Septuagint, not the King James, right? And then you have to track the history and the changes. So, listen, I'm not a debater. I'm a researcher. And thank you for allowing me to talk so much. And to most of the audience, I am a great researcher, better than most of the people who's calling me names in the chat can ever be. You can't write anything. You don't have any original thoughts. I'm just talking to the people that's in the chat. Wait, I gotta finish this. You are not accomplished in any way, right? So when a person shows primaries, right, you have to accept the primaries. And if the opponent doesn't show primaries, right, then you have to say that they didn't show any primaries.
Repeat.
So if you don't show primaries, you lose the debate. Thank you so much, sa.neter, for this gracious.
All right. Now, Reggie, what I got to say to you is all out of love, brother. And I got to say this to you, brother.
And if you say something wrong, I'm going to say something out of love to you. Don't F with me, sa.neter.
Stop crying, man. It's the toughest environment to be in, brother.
Okay, then you be tough. Go on.
Be quiet, Reggie, because what I'm about to say is truth. And you can't get out of this truth that I'm going to say. You're the first one, Reggie, who started banging on Jabari, talking about his practice. You came out doing that to him. And so when he fires back at you, Reggie, you started getting mad. And that's when he started talking about your accolades and what you do. But you was talking about his and we don't do this and that's not the. And you started going at his practices first, Reggie. Jabari always came at you with love and respect, Reggie. And he kept saying, Reggie, I'm not your enemy, brother. Everybody heard him. Everybody kept hearing him say, brother, I'm not your enemy. Why you keep doing this to me? That's a fact. That's all I'm saying, Reggie. I'm not banging on you or nothing like that.
Let me tell you the facts. I was banging on the belief in the very beginning. Why? Because I know all these people personally, right? I know them since 1983, 84, right? I don't know where all y'all were, but I knew them.
We ain't talking about who knew first.
Wait. So what he did was he take my criticism on that, on how they spookify ancient Kemet, right? How they
that's what you was doing to his you know.
Okay, so I'm doing it. Yeah, so I'm doing it. So he wants to be the representative of it. He want to be the representative of the faith. But listen, and he can be that. But I'll tell you one thing, good brother sa.neter. I tell you, because you take sides on debates, and that was the problem with the issue. You took a side, and once you take a side on a debate, then it's not an even playing field. So in the future, you should not take a side.
But I'm not the moderator. I'm in the audience like everybody else.
No. Going toward this process, you took a side. No, so now since I know all of these people,
only reason why I took Jabari's side was because you, Reggie, Unc,
I'm your freaking friend. I'm your freaking friend, yo. Even when so this how you treat a friend? This is how you treat a friend that stood with you. All of those time periods there, from Kemet on trial and stuff, I was your friend, right? You want to play with our friendship again?
Reggie, you can eat this.
We have periods where we don't even talk for a whole goddamn year. You want to play with our friendship? I'm smiling now.
Can we just stick to the subject, my God?
I'm not talking to you.
Love you, Reggie. Love you. Let me go to SA7. I love you, Reggie.
I hate when people come in and it's not even about them. Man, sometimes
all right. I love you, brother Reggie. All right, calm down, Reggie.
sa.neter, can I speak after Reggie? I mean, after
Nope. Go ahead, SA7. I'm gonna come to you right quick with these other people.
Yeah, first I want to say peace to everybody on the panel, everybody in the chat. Peace to you, my elder apostle. Peace to you, my brother Morpheus. I think both of you guys did a really good job in your presentations. I was impressed with the structure of both presentations. I think that both of you guys were articulate, and both of you had an argument. And I think it was a really good debate. And before I say who I think I won, I do want to ask Apostle a question and Morpheus a question. But before I go into that, I have to say this is the toughest environment to be in. And we got to have tough skin on here. And I know my elder sa.neter is going to interrupt me because my brother,
No,
you
I'm
are
not.
my brother.
Yeah,
I know you're going to interrupt me.
I'm not.
But you have to hear this.
Go ahead.
Because this is the most. You have the biggest Superman cape. You caping for apostle, and first I have to. This has to be acknowledged. You came on in the beginning and said we're not going to pull a poll on here because I know there's a lot of people that are against the Bible here, and there's going to be a biasness. So I don't want to spoil the poll with the biasness. But then you came in not only with your biasness, but then you posted. Of course, that was a chat. But then we saw what's our brother Ra. We saw our brother Ra, the Christian brother with the comedic name, McCarthy. We saw him with his biased opinion. Then we saw a whole bunch of other Hebrews come in here with their biased opinion, right? You didn't speak to those biases, right? But you want to speak to people who support Morpheus's bias, right? And then you consistently attacked Morpheus. You started debating Morpheus, right? Because you favored Apostle. Apostle. This is the first time I've ever seen you cape for Apostle because you wanted him to win. Your bias rings so loud, sa.neter. It's just deplorable. I mean, I sat here in silence until I was continuously being another bias you showed because you knew my opinion was going to be adverse to yours and Apostles. So you kept skipping over me, even though I was in here first. And I can't wait to brother Love speak.
Look at him.
Yeah. Because it's so clear your bias, right? And the people in the chat, if you would have put a poll up, these Hebrews would have probably picked Apostle. But let's go into the debate because it's a no-brainer that Morpheus slaughtered him. First, we have to say that Morpheus has a better grasp on the language than Apostle. He articulated it, he spoke it, articulated its meaning, right? And his arguments, Apostle's arguments were not that great. Morpheus, Apostle was doing more interpretation than actually showing and reading the text and showing us what he was meaning. And he did a really bad job of rebutting of Morpheus's points. He only addressed maybe a couple of them, right? But he didn't address majority of his points. Morpheus was more concise with his arguments. Morpheus had a more grasp on not only the text, but the language. And it was a no-brainer that he proved that Jesus was a fraud and that he lied. And when you have people coming in here caping for arguments that they can't even articulate, most of the people came up here and didn't really articulate what Apostle did to win. They just gave their opinion on what they thought, right? But they didn't really, I actually articulated the points in this debate. Morpheus slaughtered him without a doubt. And let's be honest, this is the toughest environment to be in. I've had to have tough skin. Everybody on this panel has had the tough skin. And my brother sa.neter, could you please quiet down your caping and biasness to where you get to infringing on brothers like our brother Morpheus, and let's just have a fair assessment of the argument. I'll land my plane there. We can't hear you, muted.
All right, so can I speak now, sir? I guess I can. So I ain't saying that.
I'm after Asar.
Go ahead, sis.
Asar. When Sa come back.
All right, go ahead. First of all, let me say everything you said, Asar, was incorrect. That was all coming from your biasness and your hatred of Apostle and your hatred of the Bible. And that's why you're laughing, because you know I'm right. It comes from your hatred. Hold on, I'm not going to interrupt you. Like you said, I was going to interrupt you, and I didn't. And I let you get it all out. So all of that is coming from your biasness of the Bible, your biasness of Apostle, because you hate Apostle, you see? And all of y'all thought that I hated Apostle. No, I don't hate Apostle. When I bang on Apostle and me and him going back and forth with the information, it's strictly on the goddamn information. That's it. And just because I said I'm rolling with Apostle, because I think, to me, I'm looking at it as a draw. That's the way I look at it. As a draw to me. You say it was a landslide. It wasn't no damn landslide with Morpheus and Apostle. I'm looking at both of them scoring points, both of them hitting hard. And to me, I'm giving it a draw. I don't care what y'all give it, but I'm giving it a draw to me. That's the way I saw it. Where Morpheus coming back at him, Apostle came back. To me, it's a draw, man. That's all I'm saying. So now let me go to you, Sister Freedom.
Thank you. Thank you. This was a nice debate. I really liked it. But I have to be honest. First of all, I need to make sure that we in the audience, in the chat and on here, understand that the two books was written at hundreds of years different than each other. We do realize that, right, Apostle? We do know
what
that.
we realize is that's not what the debate was about. How
Wait a minute, you gotta
different.
let me finish. Then if you would let me finish, maybe people, because what you're doing is almost what a SAR is saying that you're doing. Okay, I'm be honest. All right. When I say that, as to say, the people that wrote the Hebrew Bible do not believe that the Jesus of the new Bible that's written 500 years difference is the same person. It's just they just don't go together. The Old Testament is not about Jesus at all. Nothing in the Old Testament is talking about Jesus. Nothing. And in the New Testament, what they did was took the stories from the Old Testament and try to make up stories for the New Testament that was written 500 years difference. I'm going to say historically, the people who wrote the stories, because I'm not going to say Jesus was a liar, but I'm going to say the people who wrote about this so-called Jesus was frauding this man and lying on this man. Point blank. It's just two separate entities. It's two separate things.
So who was lying? Who was lying on Jesus?
In the New Testament, the things in the Old Testament that was supposed to come with the man in the New Testament just weren't there. It's just not there because the Old Testament doesn't speak on Jesus at all. What Christianity did was took stuff from the Old Testament and tried to apply them with the New Testament when they put the two books together. Now, that's just it. Historically, neither one, you got to look at it like this. The Jews were the people who wrote the Old Testament, don't believe that he's the Messiah or that he's the new coming or whatever the situation may be. When we were younger, we were taught that Jesus was the Son of God. Now in 2026, we're saying that he's either Joseph child or he came from the line of David. But we were taught that in Christianity, that he was the actual Son of God. So I'm just saying, you got to look at what is being said here. It looks like Christianity done fooled everybody's mind, and everybody who thinks Apostle 1 is just thinking off a Christian state of mind. And no, that's no disrespect to you, Apostle. I'm just saying that's just how it is. And it's like I said.
Okay, so
I agree with Reggie. I agree with Dr. Reggie, and I agree with the people that were saying Asar, and the people that are saying this is two different it's just two separate entities.
All right.
Sir, can I say something, please? I've been sitting back. Can I say I haven't talked?
All right, hold on. Let me get Brother Lai first.
I'm the one that has not talked.
I do want Morpheus to comment on what I'm saying. If he doesn't comment,
all right.
Talk and it just.
I would like to say something because I'm the one that has not talked.
Hold on. Let me get the people first. Let me get Brother Lai, and I'm gonna come to y'all.
They're gonna forget what they had to say.
Let's go, Brother Lai.
First and foremost, peace and blessings to everybody on the panel, as well as your families, as well as the folks in the chat. I watched the debate from beginning to the end. And what I said from the beginning If it wasn't established in the first round, it was going to be a knockout. That
So
being,
was it a knockout?
from my opinion, and I'm gonna draw it out this way, so it doesn't be no misunderstandings, etc., etc. Right now, Sana, what is coming across, and I'm gonna just blatantly say it for what it is. How it's coming across right now?
Don't be a copycat like Seven Asar, brother.
No, I'm not. I'm
Oh.
not gonna be a copycat of Seven Asar. What is coming across is this way. This is the Colosseum.
No, this the HOK.
Listen to what I'm saying to you. As in Rome, do what the Romans do. Whatever's going to protect the priests and the senior behind, entertain the people in the crowd. This is the Colosseum. And what is coming across is because of the narrative that's being drawn out, Apostle comes onto the shows and things of that nature. I mean this in the most humblest way. You're protecting Apostle.
No, I'm not.
And Apostle is coming across as somewhat being a court gesture for the HOK. I'm just blatantly being honest.
That's your opinion, but I'm not protecting him.
What I'm saying to you, Sana, is this. If he presented everything from the Old Testament, where it was all relevant, all the facts was laid out, in the original text, the way it was spoken, the way it was written, everything. And now we're at this point now, we're arguing back and forth about sources which Morpheus presented. But yet and still, we still at this point right here. Please just make that make sense to me.
All right, this is how I make it make sense to you, brother.
Please.
When Seven Asar, Rakufu, Brother La, Sister Freedom, Kim Netta, all of y'all brothers that came up in the show, y'all should have left y'all shit at the door like Malcolm said. Come in there, unbiased. Come in there, unbiased. Don't go in there saying, oh, I already got Morpheus gonna win. See, that's how y'all came in, Brother Reggie.
This is what
No. You asked me.
I apologize for interrupting you.
Brother Reggie, I forgot to mention Brother Reggie, Sister Freedom, Brother La, Seven Asar, Rock Kufu. Y'all came in saying, oh, Apostle gonna get washed. Y'all came in already going against him. And so now when the debate is over, y'all doing what I knew y'all was gonna do. See, I'm not being biased. I'm calling it a draw. I was not the moderator, so I can do that. I'm saying I looked at this whole thing as a draw. I'm not saying Apostle won, and I'm not saying Morpheus won. I'm looking at it to me as even Steven, a draw. It wasn't no goddamn landslide that Morpheus killed him all 3 rounds. No, I'm not going to go back.
Let me say that out of my mouth. I'm going to let you interrupt you.
All right, man, you can finish. I just answered it. Go ahead, brother.
What I'm saying to you, Senator, is this. From the text itself, comparing the information that was presented on both ends. Information was presented on both ends. What we're talking about, primary sources. The primary resources were more so presented more so on Morpheus' end than on Apostle's end. I'm just trying to understand and wrap my brain around how we even having this conversation. The first round, Morpheus won. The second round can be argued. It was somewhat Apostle. He took a couple of body shots, but it was a squabble. The squabble was there. The third round, if you want to call slap boxing or winning a round, that's what Apostle did for the third round. He slap boxed. I'm just trying to understand, for Morpheus to present what he presented in the first round with all them headshots that he was hitting them with, there was no rebuttal for it. Nothing. How is he still standing and we having this conversation about him potentially winning the debate? How? How many times must you get cracked in your jaw for you to say, you know what, my jaw needs to be wired, I'm gonna stop?
Come on.
All right.
Let me respond, man.
All right. All right.
Sa.neter, I gotta go, bro.
I don't care, Morpheus. You've been talking. I haven't said.
I haven't talked at all. What are you talking about?
All right. All right. Yo. This the last, brother, and then I'm gonna come to y'all. Devil Dog, was you in the debate? Did you see the debate?
Yes, sir. Did you hear me?
All right. Yeah. What do you get from it?
You know, first of all, boss, I'm not gonna try to sit here and proclaim like I'm a Bible scholar and I know everything, but I did learn some things tonight. I'm not really interested in none of it, really. You know what I'm saying? As far as being a Christian, a Hebrew, none of that shit. I don't get on with that. You know what I'm saying? But I enjoy coming here, listening to people talk about what Master said, cause that's what it all is. You know what I'm saying? And it's all about what the colonizer did and all of this stuff they making up. And far as I'm concerned, Jesus, if that's what you believe, I don't believe that. But that he's a liar and a fraud because he said he was coming back. He never came back. It's been 2,000 years. We ain't seen nobody. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff happening in this world, it's nobody there to do anything that he's supposed to be, some comforter or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? I hear people like they throw their age around. I'm just as old as Apostle or anybody else. You know what I'm saying? And nothing against him. I believe that Morpheus won. But I'm not going to throw my age out there and think my age is going to translate into experience. You know what I'm saying? Or knowledge or whatever that is, man. Ain't no Jesus. Ain't never been no Jesus. Leave that shit alone.
All right. I want y'all to check out Exhibit A, what I'm about to tell you. And then I'm gonna bring on Apostle and let him speak, and then Morpheus. Notice everybody that went against Apostle don't believe in the Bible. Did y'all pick up on that? So of course they're gonna go that route. See where I'm going? Everybody who don't believe in the Bible, of course they're gonna go that route and say, yeah, well, Morpheus beat him. Brother La don't agree with the Bible. He don't believe in the Bible. Devil Dog just told you he don't believe in the Bible. We know Reggie don't believe in the Bible. We know Rakufu don't believe in the Bible. We know Seven Asar don't believe in the Bible. So you see what's going on here? This is why I didn't want to put up a poll. Because the people in the chat that don't agree or believe in the Bible, you're going to automatically go against it. You're not going to look at the information. Did Morpheus prove that Christ was a liar? Did he prove that Christ was false? See, that's the question. That's the question. You know what I'm saying? So me, myself, y'all know I don't agree with the Bible. But goddamn it, I'm looking at the information that's going up. So that makes me, hold on, brother, hold on. That makes me the only one up here that's unbiased, that I'm not biased at all. Because y'all know I bang hard on the Bible. You see? So that makes me the only true student that's looking at it from the information and not personality worshiping. I'm not personality worshiping. I'm dealing with the truth. Apostle, you got the floor.
So what am I doing, sir? I'm biased.
No, I didn't mention your name at all, brother.
It's for a reason. It's for a reason he didn't mention your name.
Can you be quiet so I can speak? The main one that sat up here and just lied that Morpheus had all these primary source. You can't name one primary source. Do you know what a primary source is? No, but what you need to do is go take your stinky ass Quran.
All right, come on, Apostle. Keep discipline.
What you need to do is take that stinky ass.
No,
You ain't
Apostle.
got to do
Stop.
that,
Listen,
Apostle.
Apostle. You don't have to do that. You did a great debate. Don't mess it up.
Still,
Why
still
don't
crazy.
mess it
I'm
up?
gonna put
Not
it
even,
this
not
way.
even into
Okay,
that.
I won't call it stinky.
Everybody be quiet. No disrespecting, Apostle.
Okay.
Nobody.
I won't call it stinky.
Come on,
But
man.
if
I'm not.
you believe
I'm not worried.
in my book, your Quran supports my book.
Hey, Apostle, what you would do better by calling him out. That's all. Quran.
He ain't gonna do nothing. He ain't gonna do nothing but run.
He never even
Because
said he
what
didn't
I just
believe
did
in
to
the book.
Morpheus. He see what I just did to Morpheus. Let me share my screen. It's only gonna take a minute. This is for my sister.
Peace
Yeah,
to
bro.
everybody.
This is for my sister that I love.
As in Rome, do what the Romans do, brother.
Okay? So let's talk about, y'all think that the modern small hat wrote the Old Testament. And we wrote the Old Testament. That's why they came to us, the Greeks, and asked us to translate it, to create the Septuagint, because they couldn't read it in Hebrew. The small hat didn't exist. Not until AD 600. After we were thrown out of Israel into Africa and Europe, we wrote the Old Testament. The modern Hebrew Wikipedia, so to let you know, modern Hebrew that Morpheus read that wasn't even correct. The modern Hebrew he read, the modern Hebrew wouldn't understood it. Because I understand some of it, and I didn't understand none of it. I told you, I don't mess with the modern Hebrew, but I have to deal with it. To be a Koine language, Greek, based on the historical layers of Hebrew that incorporates foreign elements, mainly those introduced during the most critical revival period between 1880 and 1920, as well as new elements created by the speakers through the natural linguistic evolution, is modern Hebrew Yiddish. That means is it incorporated with German accents, not the letters, but the pronunciation. In the United States, about 200,000 people speak Hebrew at home. Hebrew, in its modern form, is spoken by many of the 7 million people in Israel. Yiddish, literally Jewish, is a High German language of the Ashkenazi Jewish origin, spoken throughout the world. The modern Hebrew, this is not according to Apostle. This is census, comparing the modern to the ancient, the old. It's just a made up, comprised of Greek, Germanic, Yiddish, Hebraic mix, distorted language.
So you saying
That's
they
what it
stole
is.
it and put it in their
So
language?
the small hat that's in Israel today is of German descent. He came from Germany.
That's the people.
All right. Wind it up. Wind it up.
Okay. In 1948, America, along with Great Britain, established it and brought them there. Military supported them. Took the land from the Palestinians. And to this day, according to the UN, again voted against reparations for Black Americans in America. Only 3 countries voted against it. Out of 123 that voted for it.
All right, Minister Farrakhan. Let's pass
America, Israel, and Argentina. Now go eat that and see how kosher it is. Morpheus did not produce no primary sources, and the only sources I produce is what the Bible says. That's all I produced. I didn't produce nothing else other than the legal terminology of what a fraud is and what a lie is. And you know what? He didn't meet that proponent. He did not meet it. I don't care what the Old Testament say. I don't care what the New Testament say. He did not show a lie. What he showed was confusion on his part. And the only lie I heard is that he has a degree that he have yet shown.
All right. Thank you, Apostle Morpheus. Let's go. Wake up, everybody. No more sleeping in bed.
Let me say this. You see
No more bad thinking. Time for thinking ahead.
All right. You see all the time.
Let's go, baby.
You see all the time that you just gave him, bro?
I'm going to give you an equal time, brother. Just go.
All right, dude. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Because you got this funny stuff going on.
Now you see how I feel, Morpheus. Now you see.
Now you see. Big facts.
I don't want to say nothing. I might go backstage again.
I know you already. No one is safe. No one is safe.
Oh, the guns are out tonight.
And yet you still talking.
Let's let Morpheus have the floor now.
It's crazy, man.
King.
It's just crazy.
Morpheus went out. Morpheus went out.
Oh, damn.
This is really crazy, man.
Tawada, thanks, Lord.
Well, I just want to say before, because I haven't really spoken, I just really am being so sincere when I say this. These debates, these past few debates that we've been doing are so awesome. I'm telling y'all, we have gotten to the point where we have the best information coming through. All the people, you don't have to put me on the big screen. I don't know why nobody likes to come on the big screen. We have these debates going on and they're just great. So I appreciate everybody coming in. And yeah, let me take myself down. I appreciate everybody coming in. sa.neter, are you drinking some Coronas right now?
He need to be drinking some of this.
Oh Lord. If
Yes,
you
sir.
want the show to last, you don't want to drink.
I fast for a year and a half. I didn't have a drink. This is my first drink tonight because I'm celebrating my victory over you. Morpheus. I'm celebrating over Morpheus.
Well, Apostle, you know that when you have that native blood, that brown make you drown.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Let them know, Nepal. Let them know.
So yeah,
Nepal, you did good. Nepal, you was a great.
Thank you. I love you. Thank you, Sister Freedom. But
Yeah,
I
I have to
really
echo
want to
that.
say this was
You
a
did a great
debate.
job, Queen.
Thank you. This
Great
was
job.
a great debate. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Seven. And I loved the information that came through. I'm not gonna say either way. Be honest.
Go ahead and say it. Coming from a sister. Come on now.
Nepal.
She was the mediator.
Nepal knows she can't do all that. She's the moderator. Nepal knows what she can.
I will say sincerely though, from both sides, they were on their AA epitome of their best game. And I think I would love to see Apostle and Morpheus come in and be regular debaters like we have Ankh and everybody. I would love to see them be regular debaters. Really great. I loved it. It was easy to moderate them. So yeah, that's it. We're waiting for Morpheus still.
I don't think Sa is biased though. I just think that, he's
I'm not. Hell no, I'm not. They saying I'm biased just because I'm not banging on Apostle because they used to seeing me bang on Apostle.
No.
Because I'm not banging on him, now I'm biased all of a sudden.
I'm not, me personally, son, I'm not saying that at all.
But
What
let
I'm
me
saying
ask
is,
you a
Leave your book
question.
away, man. You don't believe in your book.
Everybody,
I'm on
Say
And
cool.
do the sound effect. Where's that at? You lost it?
I
Hold
want
up.
to ask
Say
Sa.neter
cool. Say cool. You can't say nothing because I know you ain't see the debate, right?
No, sa.neter, I came because of the statement you made.
Huh? Say that again.
I came in because of the statement. Hey, can I talk?
Yes, go ahead.
I said I came in because of the statement you made that people voted because they don't believe in the Bible. That affects me.
No, it don't affect. You know why?
No, it does.
No, let me tell you why. You didn't see the debate. You ain't have a vote. You don't have a voice.
If
How
he
did that
did,
affect?
you would have said the same.
No.
I have a debate coming up, and you are saying that people vote in HOK based on their belief. Is that what you're saying?
No, brother. I'm saying that these people, because of their hatred for apostle, that's what I said.
No, you didn't say that, sa.neter. You said because they don't believe in the Bible.
No, man. I said because of that. You ain't hear me when I said because they hate apostle.
I don't hate
And you pointed out that we all were not Bible believers.
Hey, yo, my man, I'm talking to one person, y'all. Number one, hold on.
Shaka had a debate with Captain, and you know I rolled with Kemet, but I said Captain won. That's why I don't believe in the Bible or Hebrew text.
I wasn't.
I said Captain won.
I was not talking about you, my brother. That's what I'm trying to
what
say.
you did, sa.neter, is set a bad precedence to say that people vote because they don't believe in Bible. That's very wrong. It's wrong.
If the man has an opinion, he should be able to share it. It ain't a matter of right or wrong. That's his opinion.
You have to
That's
take
what
the
y'all
vote.
get caught up at.
And you have to
Everybody
take the
has
vote.
an opinion. And to express that opinion, you might not agree with his opinion. That's fine. But that's his opinion.
Influencing
you got an opinion.
All right, hold on, Apostle. Everybody be quiet, man. Let's say cool get his opinion out. Go ahead and say.
sa.neter, what I'm saying is that, first of all, I heard two things. One, that you did not put the poll up because you said there were a lot of Bible haters. That's wrong.
I'm not going to put a poll up for you either because I know how they're going to hate. They might hate on you.
No, it doesn't matter. Put it up.
Okay, I'll put your poll up then.
No, you should have done this for Apostle. That's what I'm saying. You should have put it up.
Damn, man.
Yes, that's why you keep doing. That was the tradition we know. You put it up.
He did it last time.
Listen, hold up.
He didn't put a poll up.
Say cool. Listen. Now, hold up. Everybody, be quiet. Be quiet, Apostle. Be quiet. I didn't put up a poll on the last debate. Why? Because I said it. I made it clear. I said the people in the audience don't really know the subject. And so what they would do is be voting for who they like. That's why I said I'm not doing that no more.
Oh, okay. You changed the rules.
Yes, I did that like 2 weeks ago.
Okay, I didn't know you changed the rules.
Even when the other debate came up, I didn't put up a poll. I changed all that. I took that away.
Okay. I don't know that you changed. If you change the rule, that's okay. But don't change the rule in the middle of the game.
No, I got you. And I wasn't talking about you, Sekou. So I apologize if you feel offended by that, but it was not towards you.
No, I'm not offended at all. I'm just saying the game should be very.
It was towards these haters up here, man.
I can't vote tonight because I don't know. I was not in the debate.
All right, brother. Thank you, man. And go back. You should be in the laboratory. I'm gonna see you next week. You should be in the laboratory.
I am.
All right. Talk to you later, brother. Talk to you later, Sekou. All right, so there we had to clear that up. You got Morpheus. You got the floor, brother.
Morpheus. No.
That's like speaking Spanish in the all English area. No, don't do that. Don't do that, brother.
We ain't got our earbuds.
Right, don't do all that, brother.
See, brother Lie ain't right. I'm telling you, his spirit ain't right.
Speak, my God.
Leave him alone, Apostle.
All right, go ahead, Morpheus.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
I'm not sure, but go ahead.
No, I'm not gonna go ahead. You gotta let me know if you're sure because I'm
Man,
tired.
man, God damn, man, this is the toughest environment to be in.
Tired, bro. It's like this is crazy to me right now, bro. This is like really crazy, but I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot about this platform, right, that I didn't know, and it's very interesting. It's very telling, very, very telling. But anyway,
What you learning about the platform?
I'm not, no, that's for me. It's for me, so I know how to proceed forward. I know how to proceed forward. But anyway, there's something very, very telling. If you paid attention, anybody paid attention to this whole
Wow,
debate.
the brother system is.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Is it okay? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
So this is very interesting, y'all. I want y'all to pay attention to this. If you are of the Christian persuasion and you believe that Jesus is the Messiah and he's going to fulfill these prophecies when he comes back, then by default, that means he did not fulfill them when he was here. I need y'all to pay attention to that because according to their theology, that's why he has to come back. So if he has to come back, then he didn't do it, which is exactly what my argument was. He did not do it. He did not fulfill those things, which is according to them why he's got to come back. But y'all need to pay attention to that because that's very, very telling. So I presented in this argument that he's not the Messiah. He did not do the things, and he admits he's going to do them when he come back. Now, he ain't doing when he's here. He'll do them when he come back. You know, when he comes back, right? I established him being a liar when he says things like, many of you standing here will not taste death. So that means the people he's talking to, he's telling them, you're not going to die until you see me come back. They died. He did not come back. That is a definition of a lie. I don't understand what's wrong with y'all. If he says, again, this generation ain't gonna pass until you see these things happen.
But that's the point I said that you got Apostle on. I said you got him on that.
I'm talking. I didn't ask you to. Never mind. Okay, bro. But you know, it's like.
And that baby shit rubbing off on you from Reggie, brother. That little baby shit is really rubbing off you. All right, I'll talk to you later. Talk to you later, brother.
Yeah, just make sure. Yeah, all right.
All right, I'll talk to you later, brother. I'm not here to baby nobody, man. All that baby shit, y'all niggas, it's crazy to me.
Yeah, and I came back and explained that.
Damn, y'all
very easily.
Hold on, man. Y'all niggas are too. I got a curse on this one. Fucking emotional. Supposed to be some grown ass men, and then you cry and talk about the women when they get up here. Y'all niggas act worse than the fucking women. Too fucking emotional to me, man. Crying ass babies. That Reggie shit rubbing off on you niggas. That's the way I feel, man. Crying ass niggas, man.
Who you speaking about in regards to, son?
I'm not talking to you, brother. Brother.
Can
You
I
didn't
jump in?
cry. You didn't cry and run off. I'm not talking to you. I'm specifically talking about Morpheus. This crybaby.
sa.neter.
Let me finish. This crybaby shit.
I know, baby, but your Aries is coming out. Your Aries is coming out. Just take it, take it easy. This is we gotta be neutral.
That be crying, man. Too many. This the toughest goddamn environment. Tore my ass up yesterday. You ain't see me get up here, jump on this platform and cry. Me and him got on the platform laughing and shit yesterday. Yesterday, he was going in on me. And Suntan. Am I right, Suntan?
Yeah, because they got me. They named me suntan lotion.
You ain't hear me get up there and cry on your unk, man. You shouldn't have did that. And why you did? No, I
They
sat
named me
back and
suntan
giggled at
lotion.
him and laughed at him.
Yeah.
You know what the
That's
problem is?
serious, man. It
So,
ain't that
Si,
serious.
can I ask my question? I've been shot to the back 100 times. I ain't crying. I just want to ask my question.
Go ahead.
All right,
All right.
man, ask your
All right.
question.
So one thing primary, I know you always say from the beginning of this show, for anybody up here was on it, source up or shut up. Source, primary source, means from the word prime, meaning first. The very first time primary source we hear of an Immanuel is in Isaiah. And when I asked the chat, I simply asked, according to Isaiah, is that child Immanuel Jesus? According to Isaiah, it clearly says in bold letters, no. According to the book of Isaiah itself, the child called Immanuel is not identified as Jesus. Okay, but now just that right there, when it says the child was born, because it goes on and it says that the child is assigned to King Ahaz in his own time. The timeline is immediate. Before the child grows up, the two enemy kingdoms will be gone. Isaiah 7:14 through 16. So my thing is this: if me and sa.neter right now seeing Sister Freedom, I'm just using you for example, sister, no disrespect, have a child, and we see that you write down on the book that your child's name is Immanuel. We're looking at the child, and the child says, God, this name means God is with us. Then 5 years later, I'm not gonna go 500 like sister did and showed us in the books how far they're apart. Just 5 years later, somebody over here has a child, and we see that child, and then they grab that book that was written when me and sa.neter seen it. Me and sa.neter seeing this, and then they say, this right here, what's written in this book is about this child born right here. Me and sa.neter gonna call that person a liar because we seen Sister Freedom had the exact same scenario.
Hey, you got to understand the contradiction, Rakufu.
Exactly.
It's a new covenant.
Is it a contradiction, Sister Freedom? Sister Freedom, is it a contradiction?
Nepal, speak on that. The new
Absolutely
covenant.
contradiction. You were
That's coming
correct
from a
the way
Christian
you-
point of
the way
view,
you
not a
explained
Hebrew
it,
one, though.
everything.
Right.
The way you
Hey, Nepal,
explained
can you
it
speak
was
on that, please?
Thank you.
And it is a Hebrew prophecy.
Yeah, it is.
Nepal,
It's just not a Jewish
Hebrew prophecy
prophecy.
is the one in Isaiah. That's why they spoke.
I
didn't get a chance to
sa.neter
speak
asked the
on
question,
Cyrus. I
when
didn't get a chance to speak
sa.neter
on
asked the
Cyrus,
question, it said affirmative.
Okay.
Yeah, but
And it's not because I'm
Oh,
saying
my
I'm a
God.
moderator.
let's talk about
It's not just
ChatGPT
because I'm a.
and how
Oh, I'm sorry.
readable
Were you
it
talking
is.
already?
It's how
My
you
bad.
frame
I just
questions.
asked you a question, Nepal. That's all.
I just want us to get recalibrated.
Yeah, and
Listen,
Nepal, I
listen,
would
real
speak-
quick,
oh, go ahead.
real quick.
Go ahead, let Nepal talk.
I just want to say, the debate that I watched, and I'm a debater, and I know a lot of debates. It was excellent for them to be. That's their first time debating. So you know what I mean? People are gonna say people still are saying Christina Nick beat me. And I know in my heart, like I was like, hell no. So you know what? You just gotta know that you did the best job, and you know you presented the best information on both sides. I'm talking Apostle and Morpheus. And you just gotta sit back and either laugh and then keep on pushing, keep on going.
Right.
Because people are gonna see your scholarship. That's all I want to say. And sa.neter is, he gets upset because he doesn't like to be called biased. So, but
No, I don't get upset because of that. I get upset.
well,
when
you don't want to push past the line of, because these are your friends on both sides. So I just want to say that, and I'm going to be quiet and sit back. But remember, and those who don't know and study.
When I see grown men crying, man. That's
I know, but baby, why are you muting me? Can I say this, and I'm going to be quiet? I promise I'll be quiet. If you know there's a certain group that you talk to, Apostle and Morpheus, me and Christina, if you know there's a certain scholarship that you keep yourself at a level, then you know those people are going to say, okay, I see your information. And otherwise, it's just a popularity contest after that. And if you want to win that, then you got to be like sa.neter. You got to really, take it up a notch with personality. So I just want to say that. I'm going to stand back, sit back, and be quiet. But it is just a debate, and they both did amazing professional debater jobs for being, that was their debut debate. All right, thank you.
Yeah. So let me ask another question, y'all. How many times have I sat on your panel facing 5, 6, and sometimes 7 people that don't believe in the Bible come at me.
I can't
with
even
all kind of stuff.
I can't even count, Apostle.
And I sat there, endured all of it, and
right.
came back the next day.
That's right.
And they tried their best to beat the hell out of me, and I showed up the next day.
That's right.
How many times? But that's
I can't even count that. I can't even count
that I done been through all of that, and me, the one that endured all of that, just whipped his tail.
No.
He can't take that. He liable not to show his face again, and I prophesied that. He ain't gonna want to show. That's why he want to say, whoever win, don't come back, because he want to give himself an out. Why he ain't coming back? I just embarrassed Morpheus. I don't care which one of y'all agree with it or not. Every scripture that he came with, I came with another scripture, destroying his idea and his concept. And you know what? He ain't came close to showing Christ to be a liar or a fraud.
Well, he's not actually calling Christ a liar.
Can I please?
No, that's what the debate is. No, don't do that.
All right, hold on, Apostle. Everybody, hold on. Let me get Reggie in here. I know Reggie. Let me get Reggie. Hold on, man. Reggie, get ready. Bang. Let me get Reggie. Go ahead, Reggie.
Oh no, I'm not gonna bang. Actually,
Put the camera back on. Let me see your face, man.
All right, so I'm not gonna bang. The first thing I want to do is apologize.
Let me look you in your eyes while you go in. Go ahead.
No,
something else.
Hey man, let Reggie talk, man.
First thing I want to do is apologize to Sister Robin, but I have to be cautious because on the other show, Doc came on and she tried to get involved with 2 men, right? And she came in tail end. So I want to apologize to Robin because I just didn't want that to happen because sisters have a lot of flow. No, sa.neter, look, I know you for a long time.
Thank you.
You got a great platform. Some of us help to try to make it better, right? In our own way. Some of us are researchers and we study real hard. And we come on your platform somewhat to teach, somewhat to inform, somewhat to engage. And so you have to be kind of like even-handed. So what happens is when you make comments like people are crying and stuff like that, we can laugh and joke, right? We can laugh and joke about it. It seems funny, but it does impact us who research, who, how can I say, we don't run a platform. We come over here to donate our time and energy to your platform. All of us, moderators, Nepal, everybody. So, and then when you say we're crying, some of us are your age or older, and what we try not to do is to bring it on a platform. I have never, as much as I've been mad at you, never brought it back to the platform. So I'm not here to bang on you. I don't. I'm just trying to say is when you play people against people, right, in situations, when I tell you that I don't respect the person, that means I don't want to talk to them anymore. I don't have nothing to do with them because I saw how a person played the crowd. That wasn't you. That was someone who looked at my degree, said, my degree is old. I'm older. I got a degree in 22 in engineering. What do you want me to do? Go back and get a degree? I'm like, so why don't you take that same standard and apply it to your elders or your elder? Because what other elders you got? And so when things like that, what it does is it makes problems with us wanting to give. But I will still be on your platform, right? But me and you, I'm not going to say it, but when you say something to Morpheus, like he crying like Reggie, Morpheus is well respected. He's well respected. And so, he's actually done the work, lived the work. So when you say things like that to people like that, who come on your platform, donate their time, who are on other platforms, Morpheus, you could find Morpheus all the major European debaters, Justin, Miss Vision, and all those stuff, Morpheus contributes to their platforms. And I don't want to say it, but yeah. Muslims call him, Christians call him, Hebrews call him, atheists call him, right? He's a very well-respected person. So just say we're trying to help build the platform, but when you kind of go back and forth, we could say ha ha he he, but some of us are professional. Like this, sometimes these platforms bring people down to levels that they're not on. I spent 40 years, sir, 40 years in this field, right? 40 years. And I work with you. I've been your friend in the trenches. So that's all I want to say to you, good brother. It's nothing, we can ha ha kiki, but it influences the audience and then the chat. And so I would say to the chat, don't take, you could take what sa.neter says because he's running his business. But once you put it on someone like me, myself, and my career, right, and what I do, right, I'm going to call you to the carpet and say, what have you done for your people? What have you done for your people? What children have you raised? Where's your children, right? I'm going to compare my degrees, my family, right, with yours. And guess what? Those people who hate on me, you're going to come up short. So anyway, I made you want to just come on and apologize to Sister Freedom for that, because I was triggered by, unfortunately, what Dots did. But wow, and I don't disrespect Dots, and I don't disrespect sisters, right? So thank you for your time. And listen, what Sekou was saying was that Sekou has a debate. He doesn't want to be, he listened very carefully. And so he's given his time for a debate, right? What we want to see on this platform is facts and primaries. Don't you agree, sir?
You got to understand, I didn't say Morpheus lost the debate, not one time.
No, you didn't say that. You said he was crying because
at the very end, when I made a statement, he said something, and I said, Morpheus, that's what I was talking about, where you got Apostle at. And then he went and started crying when I said that. He probably didn't hear me when I was agreeing with him.
Okay. Well, listen, you run your debate. All we try to do is make it better. I think
you probably thought I was going against him, but I was agreeing with him. No. Everybody heard that.
Okay. What we're saying is primaries count. So I think tomorrow, maybe in the evening, I'm going to address Ankh Kek on African science, right? I'm going to address him on one of these shows, whatever, sa.neter or Black News 102, if I get the time, right? Yeah. I'm going to address him on African science, right? Now, they've called me a clown, not Ankh. Well, Ankh called me pseudo, but I'm going to address him for African. So stay tuned. Come back to sa.neter Studios, Black News 102, and I'm going to address Ankh with what he says, the experts.
Yeah, kick his ass tomorrow.
Say what?
I said, yeah, kick his ass tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I'm going to address him. I'm going to show the contradictions in his logic, right? So stay tuned for that. Okay, so we cool.
But I still want you to get, everybody want to see you and Jabari. They want that. They want you.
They might have had a chance to see it, but it didn't go
that way. And we can do that live, Reggie. We could begin to bring the people out this summer,
we
bro.
need to do that in person debate.
That's what I said.
Reggie.
We're gonna do that live, Reggie. And guess what? Reggie, guess what? The money gonna be great, brother.
Yeah, but I don't.
You know what?
The money has not.
You're gonna get hit off. You know how we do.
No. I know how you do with other people, but I have never been hit off.
Nah, Reggie, don't lie. Don't lie, brother. You always give me a price, and I give you what you ask for.
Come on.
Come on, brother. You know that. I give you what you ask for.
Okay, yeah.
See this, man. Come on, man.
But listen,
Brother Law, tell them in Spanish, tato. Tell them, Brother Law, say tato, yeah. Basta. Enough.
I I didn't like
You don't want to do it. Uno, esa la mujer lo suelte.
Riba, ándale.
Exactamente. Por
No
supuesto.
comprendo.
All right, thank you, Reggie, man.
I speak in English. Okay, so there you go. But I don't
He
respect
said he
you.
speaks.
All right, let me get Kim Netter, man. Kim, Kassad, you there? You still there, Kassad?
I'm still here. You can hear me?
Yeah, you want to say something, man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, as I stated, man, we constantly just hearing some crying because Morpheus could not prove what he set out to prove. He took a biblical debate. Listen to this. This is a debate on the Bible. This is not Morpheus's interpretation. This isn't about Judaism interpretation, none of that. This is a biblical debate. I already stated this. He mad because he went to the New Testament, and when the New Testament disagreed with him and all apostle had to do was point it out, he mad. Literally, his apostle's exact question was, I think it was his first question, you are aware that this state that this is a future thing. He said, I know that it says this, and I disagree. He keep going to the New Testament to establish his point, and when it blows his head off, his only answer is, I disagree. That's not an answer. That's not how debate works. This is a biblical debate. And the Bible completely disagrees with what Morpheus said. And then y'all keep talking about Morpheus showed primary. First of all, primary, the Masoretic text. Anybody know the date for that? Is it before Jesus or is it after Jesus' time? But y'all talking about he showed a primary. Y'all do not know what y'all talking about, especially when it comes to this Bible. Y'all walking around acting like the people who Jesus was and was around weren't Jews, and as if they didn't have an Old Testament, as if they weren't the authority in interpreting the text. Y'all keep talking about the Jews and stuff like Jesus and them weren't Jews. Like they didn't have a copy of their own text.
They ain't even had no text during that time. What is he talking about?
Debate with Kassad. He is always at 1,000. He is
Freedom.
always up on 1,000.
Sister
I
Freedom,
like that.
he stated that out of ignorance. I'm sorry, but even the Dead Sea Scrolls predate Jesus. They got something that's going back to 3rd century BCE. You just don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry, sis. So as I stated,
don't make me laugh or even say
this whole yeah. Thank you, Freedom. This whole thing is strictly crying because he literally took a debate that he knew he could not win, and the whole time he sat up here and tried to convince us of his argument even before the debate started. Oh, the text was never supposed to be brought together. According to who? And then you try to mention the text is written hundreds of years apart. What is the supposed date for Exodus writing in Isaiah? That's over 700 years apart. So then that means those two texts were never supposed to be put together, right? Y'all arguments don't make sense because y'all just don't like the Bible. It's that simple. He got smoked tonight. Point blank, period.
Hey, Kazar, can I ask you a question?
Living in
Before you ask him, my brother Kassad, you know you're my beloved. I want to debate you the Moses debate. I got you. I like this energy. It's easier to beat somebody up when they come with your energy. I love it. I want to debate you. I love your energy. I don't like when people come nice. I like when look, Kassad is always very, very passionate and fierce. So, Kassad, think about that. I need to debate you. All right, go ahead. Go ahead,
I'm never scared of no smoke.
Let me ask you a question, bro.
Go ahead.
Do you believe, because this was my thing with the debate, Morpheus stayed in the Old Testament. Wasn't Jesus, and I'm just asking because that's what I was brought up through Christianity, wasn't Jesus supposed to be the new covenant or not?
Jesus is this the thing. Jesus, according to the text, is prophesied in the Old Testament.
Right.
He said he said you can't believe me if you don't believe what Moses and them wrote about. How you supposed to believe me if you don't believe what Moses and them said? Like he's just a New Testament figure. They're literally they're Jews that's interpreting the text and saying this is about Jesus. It's that simple.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and that was the debate. But you can't stay over in the Old Testament. You got to come to the New Testament to debate the Bible. You can't stay on that Old Testament. You just can abide by it. But it's a new covenant now. Am I right or wrong?
Lord, can I ask Nepal a question, please?
No, not yet. I want to get Kim Netter in here, who haven't spoken yet.
Peace. I've seen the debate. It was a good debate. I think Apostle did do a good job, but overall, I do think Morpheus still won. I felt like he proved it in the primaries, and when you come to this type of stuff, you can't go to secondaries. You got to go with the primaries, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. I see everybody getting hot. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Name a primary.
Like I said, I'ma just leave it at that.
No, name one
like
primary.
I said, I'ma just leave it at that.
I understand. I would say
No,
Sorry, I gotta jump in. sa.neter.
Hold on. You gotta answer Apostle's question. You can't just come in and
Before he does about the channel, King, before he does, if we really only have 27 likes, it doesn't take anything for you to hit the like button. If we have 460, okay. Well, still hit the like button. 110 is still low. We have 460 in the house. Get the likes up. Okay, please get the likes up. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
You gotta answer Apostle's question. You can't just make a statement and don't wanna and then run.
Listen, I'm not running. I don't gotta answer no questions. I'm not here to debate nobody. I'm just here to tell you what I feel like I saw, and that's it. That's it. I'm just giving my opinion on what I saw. I don't gotta answer nobody's question right now. I'm not here for that. I'm here to give my opinion on who I feel like won, and that's it. Argue with the debater. Don't argue with me.
You didn't get no primary.
All right, brother Lie, and I'm coming to you next, Freedom.
I just wanted to say before I got off, Elder Apostle, I do not hate you. I don't have any hatred in my heart for you at all. None at all, sir. I just want you to know that.
I never said you did. I just said you Morpheus boy. That's all.
That's just one of my OGs. I'm a rock with him, regardless.
See, I told you. Hold on.
Name a primary.
Hold on. God damn, man. Y'all be missing what I say. Didn't I tell you that they already going in the debate with Morpheus winning? You just heard what Brother Lie said? That's just my boy, man. I rock with him. So he's showing you it don't matter.
It's not. No, it's not. It's not.
You told on yourself. You told.
So what I said was this. That is my OG. That's one of my OGs. Has nothing to do with regards for scholarship, information, none of that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Come on, Brother Lie. You messed up. You told on yourself.
I'm speaking about from the standpoint.
What's the primary?
From information standpoint.
No. You said he's the only one that did primaries. What primary? Give me one. Give me one primary.
I gotta sit back
and think about it. He
no,
but
I'm
See, I told y'all.
Do you know what a primary is?
Elder Apostle.
Do you know what a primary is?
I know. Yes, I do. Very well.
Primary is an eyewitness.
Very well.
An eyewitness of
Elder Apostle is. I'm actually.
It's not always an eyewitness.
Did he give? Because you said I didn't give no primary, but Morpheus did. That's why I vote for Morpheus.
Well, the Hebrew is the primary source.
I'm just going to say
that. I mean, I'm still neutral. But the Hebrew is a primary source. He was reading the Hebrew. That's primary.
That being,
that's exactly
I don't even know if he read the Hebrew. I didn't understand that. What he said was just. And
I'm not being biased or choosing who won, but that is a primary.
It's not a primary.
Apostle, if you want to be transparent here, you want to speak about it from that magnitude, we can say the same thing about you speaking about
that you said.
We can say the same thing about you
primaries. Do you want to debate? Do you want to debate?
About? Because I'm asking you, what would mean you have a debate about?
Is the Bible best for us or the Quran? Show and demonstrate. Which is better?
Oh, shoot. The Apostle got the bug now. He's bitten and spitting.
The Bible or the Quran?
Woo! For our people. For our people.
You want to debate or not?
For our people. Which one is better for our people?
Do you want to debate or not?
Damn. That's interesting.
Yeah, it is.
It's interesting.
Do you want the debate?
That might be good, Brother Law. We need to get you in here. We need to get you in here,
I'll think
Brother
about
Law.
it. I'll think
You
about
got
it.
it. Come on, let's do it.
That's a
I'll
no.
think about it.
Oh,
He ain't going to debate.
All right, can I ask Apostle a question?
All right,
No,
go.
because
Y'all brothers and sisters be good. Peace,
All
y'all.
right,
Jesus,
yeah,
peace.
Robin has been
All right,
waiting.
we got
my
brother.
friends.
We got
Robin has been waiting.
Rob McCarthy in the building.
Oh,
Amen.
you said I can ask
I know, but I got you, Sister Freedom.
You see
But
how they
Amen
do us, Robin? They
Rob,
want us to just bring
he
them
got the
drinks and
voice.
snacks.
He got to voice his opinion first, and then
Does
I got you.
anybody need their drink refilled?
All right, so what? Peace to the panel. Of course, I listened to both sides, and Morpheus did have some great points. But like Apostle said, he wasn't understanding fully the scriptures to understand that some of those prophecies have been fulfilled and some have not yet to be fulfilled. You got to keep on living, brother. It ain't over yet. You know what I'm saying? And so some of those things, but I did rock with some of the stuff he said. But if he understood the scriptures as they were written, then he wouldn't have made those mistakes. My question is this for Brother Law. I wish he wouldn't have left. My question, Brother Law, if you listening, I don't know, but if Brother Law, if you're listening,
man, he's a punk.
If you're listening, Brother Law, this is my question to you from heart to heart. If you rocking with Morpheus so tough that Jesus was a fraud and a liar, does that not affect your dean?
Oh, whoa.
Does that not? Because your dean believes in Jesus Christ and believes he is most definitely real, whether you call him Jesus or Isa or whatever, it is Jesus Christ. And if you're going to say that, if you believe, and I'm not saying you believe it or not, but if you believe that your brother who you kept for is saying that Jesus is a fraud and a lie, then that's got to affect your dean, don't it, brother? If not,
go ahead, Rob. Bring it out, brother.
So be careful who you suck with, be careful who you drink with, and who you follow, because it may also rub off on you.
That's why I throw the Quran away.
That's important. That's important, brother.
You hear that, Brother? Good one.
The Quran upholds the scriptures.
That's right.
It upholds all scriptures.
And it believes that Jesus. It believes that Jesus is going to be the one that comes back. So if he is a fraud and a liar, if he is a fraud and he lied, then he ain't coming back. So that affects all of Islam. That affects all of Islam if Isa don't return. Because if Isa is a fraud and a liar, he won't be returning. And if he don't return, that affects all of Islam. That means Islam is a lie and a fraud. And I know you're not going to admit that. I know you're not going to admit that, bro.
Rev McCarthy, let me ask you a
wait a
question.
minute. Wait, hold up.
Brother McCarthy.
No, hold up.
Is Jesus the new covenant?
Yes, sir.
That's all I've been saying all night. Nobody would answer.
He didn't come to destroy the old, but he came to fulfill.
That's all I was
He
saying.
came to fulfill.
Morpheus kind of turned it over when he stayed in the Old Testament. And I read.
Rob, wouldn't you say that the Hebrews don't believe that the Christians got it right, and the Christians don't believe that the Muslims have it right? All three of them contradict each other, brother. And your name, contradicts.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of.
Hold up, the Bible says a name is like gold. You holding on to our name, but you rocking their claims. What's up?
Nah. Number one, Rakufu. His father, Rakufu. His father gave him that name. That's his birth name. He didn't have to change his name like us. You see? So that's his birth name because his father was into ancient Kemetic science and studies. But I'll let him tell you.
Yeah, I can tell him. I can explain it to him quite well. Yes, my father, if you want to know, my father gave me this name at birth, and I'm going to always hold true to the name that my father gave me. And I do hold true to my black roots, because the Bible is a black book, brother. And if you know, Jesus and all of that is a black book. And I hold true to my Kemetic roots. And I'm not giving up my Kemetic roots for Christianity. So if you think that's incorrect, brother. I'm very deep in my Kemetic
roots. When I put you on mute, stop taking yourself. When I put you on mute, stop taking yourself off mute. You on mute for a reason. But go ahead, Rakufu.
So the reason I asked that, so you say that, okay, well, you're a man of integrity and truth. How is it hard and blind and all these shields in front of y'all face? Y'all just see blackness when this come up. Y'all try to miss pass to it. The book itself, the primary source to the Immanuel word, there's no way around it, was not speaking of Jesus. Just because some people later on in that time period that called themselves Christians said this is important to that, they said it, but the people who wrote it did.
You don't know what you're talking about, do you, sir?
The Bible.
You don't know what you're talking about.
That's
The
bias
Bible,
right here.
no, it's not biased, brother. The
No,
Bible is a holistic.
I'm not finished asking my question.
I'm sorry. I thought you
He
was
threw that little picture up in there, but you know the Bible says that the primary, and I'm gonna ask you like this, Ra, if me and you sitting right here and we see this lady have a baby, like I asked other people, me and you both see the lady have a baby. Don't put a blind shield up.
What?
So we see the man and the woman had a baby, and we see them write something in their book. The name of the baby, right? It says, and the name is Immanuel, right? So that's the first thing. Me and you saw that. 10 years from now, another person has a baby, and they said, you see that book right there, that stuff is written in. Now, me and you know the lady and them wrote that back then for that baby. But he said this pertains to this baby. Me and you both know that's how, without a doubt, Morpheus proved that that's a fraud and a lie.
It's not a fraud and a lie. It's just that he or you don't understand it, brother. But bottom line is there's several parallels. I mean, I'm just giving you my after you ask me.
All right.
There are several parallels throughout time and history. It's just like if you cook a recipe 1,000 years before I do, and then I cook the same one 1,000 years, did I copy from you? Did I get it from you? Did it?
Yeah, you're right. No, you did.
That's Rakufu's recipe. No, brother. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Problem.
What it is, let me finish. What I'm saying is, it is a parallel, brother. It's just a parallel, and I can't explain all of it. I'm not saying that you're wrong or right, but I'm telling you that God is not in a box for no one scripture to jump out to prove nothing right or wrong, brother. It's not in a box. God is holistic. It's like even the Bible talks about. There's so many other fathoms that the Bible even says I couldn't even write all of it. If I had to write, it would be too many pages to conform and to hold all the truths that are there. You just gotta have this.
I'm not gonna talk while he was talking. I was just gonna say to him, after he finished. Are you finished yet, Mr. McCarthy?
Yes, go ahead.
I'm going to something Rakufu to you.
I'm gonna finish already.
Just because, listen.
Wait, Apostle. Let him finish. Let Rakufu finish.
When you said that, you would be right, Amon-Ra McCarthy, if you made something and you just by distinctly made it. But if you said strictly, you see what Kufu's recipe says, that pertains to what I'm making now. You would be a liar and a fraud.
All right, that's it, Kufu. That's it.
Okay,
that's
okay.
It. All right,
to that part.
Sister Freedom, she was next.
Thank you. I mean, really, some of this, I'm confused about a lot of this because I'm trying to figure out how could you change that? If they said, let me just ask Nepal the question that I want to ask because I'm trying to figure out why anybody would think anything different. If they said that was the baby back then, how you go? Okay, Nepal, the question I want to ask you: if the Hebrews, okay, you only Hebrew by the language that you speak, okay. And the Jews are the ones that spoke the Hebrew language, right? And they wrote the Old Testament, right? And they don't believe that the Messiah, that Jesus is the Messiah, that Jesus is the Messiah, because they who wrote the Old Testament do not feel like he accomplished what they have, because see, they wrote about Immanuel. They're the ones who wrote about Immanuel, and they're saying that that's not the same individual. Okay, so if they don't believe that Jesus is the Messiah, who are we to say that's they wrote the book?
They didn't write the book.
I'm not talking to
they
you.
They didn't exist when the book was written. They didn't exist until the 6th century.
Let me finish.
AD. They did not write the book.
I'm talking to Nepal.
I don't care who you're talking to. I'm collecting your information. They did not write the book.
All right, Apostle, let her finish.
When you're saying they, are you talking about the Jews who are in the land right now? Is that what you're talking about?
I'm not talking about them because that may have not been the same, may have not been called Jews at that time. But whomever wrote the Old Testament, right?
We wrote it.
While
we was
Okay,
in captivity.
I can't.
I know. Because it's Apostle, don't do that because it'll sound like somebody's being
I'm only letting you know. We wrote it while we was in captivity. When we came out of captivity.
Even if you want to say that, okay? And clearly we wrote, we don't feel like, okay, so what you're saying, according to Apostle, the Jews that speak the Hebrew language, okay.
Not today's language.
Wait a minute, Apostle, you're missing it. And they're supposed to be carrying the tradition on to now, okay? They don't believe that Jesus in the New Testament is the Messiah. And this is clear. Everybody knows they don't believe it, okay? Because according to them, that he did not fulfill the prophecy of the Old Testament, okay? Who are we, Johnny come lately people, that ain't got nothing to do with that or this, okay? Who are we to believe? Because what it appears to be is Christianity is some made up stuff from like they took stories from old books and made it into these new stories, okay? But who are we to say that that is the truth?
You still got your channel?
Please, oh my God, you know, Apostle.
I just want to ask you a question. Do you still have your channel?
Yes.
Yes. Invite me over.
Uh-oh. Bring it up.
Now, Apostle, it's okay for me to come on HOK and do what I'm doing.
Invite me to your channel.
If we really got into it, Apostle, it would no. I don't want us to do that.
Yeah, I know. Because you don't want to learn.
But we
want to learn.
Not on the Bible thing, because you really going to look kind of.
If you want to learn, I'm telling you, they are the Johnny come lately. They are Germans.
Okay.
They are Germans.
What I'm trying to say is there's a reason why the Jews do not believe that Jesus is the Messiah.
Well, if I could just answer her a little bit.
Sister Freedom.
Yes.
Read the screen.
Sister Freedom is not drinking. sa.neter and Apostle are celebrating.
That's fine.
Okay.
But the one you
can I jump in and just add this? If I can add this for my sister, because I love when sisters get in here. I don't like being the only woman. We need this energy. So this is the thing. There are Jews, if we think of people who are, let's call them Torah only, instead of saying Jews. Those who are Torah only still looking for that Messiah that was discussed by both of them in the debate. Those who are looking for the Messiah do what our brother Morpheus did, and they do those checkpoints, and they say, okay, we decided that's not Christ. Then there are those who go from a different perspective, like Apostle did, and they say, wait, this was the Messiah. Even in the scripture, we see when we have Caiaphas, he's the high priest, part of the so-called Sanhedrin, and he's like, this is the Messiah, but he's got to be the sacrifice. So both sides, Sister Freedom, are like some so-called Jews believe that he was the Messiah, and that's why he got a huge Jewish following, so-called Jewish. I know everybody don't come for me if you're Hebrew, Israelite. He got some Jews that followed him, but then he also had those strong, the institution of of Judaism, so to speak. The ones that put him to death and called for his crucifixion, they said, no, we know he wasn't the Messiah because he didn't do this, he didn't do that, he didn't do this, he didn't do that. Morpheus checklist. So the answer is, yes, there are those who say that was not the Messiah, but then there is a strong other group that say, no, he was the Messiah. So I get that your argument is the argument of the millennia. Of several millennia, like is Jesus? Yeah. So you get what I'm saying? It's like that. It's not all Jews. All Jews aren't saying that Jesus wasn't the Messiah. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Let me mute out because I want to get in trouble.
to you either. I don't even want to argue about it. But okay, so Nepal answered the question. So did I have to be drunk or drinking to have asked the question?
Yes.
I don't know, girl. Let me tell you. Listen, Robin. It's Saturday night, so they having something and they want to put that in there. And they always call me drunk no matter what I do.
But I'm just saying, I know the immature, silly little boys that come over here. I really understand that though.
Thank you for your question. It was a good one.
And little insults and stuff. I do.
Can I say something? No disrespect to you, can I show some information to correct the record? I want to show some. Can you share my screen? I want to show some information to correct the record.
Who's that?
This is sa.neter.
Hey, sa.neter, how are you?
Peace. How you
Hey,
doing?
sa.neter, we already had the debate, brother.
Right. I'm not interested in seeing this screen.
No, it's not about the debate. I just want to correct the record about what a primary source is, what a concentrated source.
No.
Yeah, people have been speaking for multiple times. I only got a chance to speak.
No.
You see the bias? But there's no bias.
We don't agree. I mean, we already did the debate, brother.
I'm not trying to debate. I'm not trying to debate. I'm trying to talk like anybody else. But now you want to silence me, huh?
No, you're not.
No, I can't talk.
It's not your opportunity to smoke.
Y'all ducking the smoke. What y'all up here doing is trolling.
Yeah, okay.
Real smoke. And I tell you this, whenever you want to smoke with sa.neter, Apostle, I'm ready for that smoke.
You can do it on my channel.
I'm ready for you, Apostle.
I'll take it. As long as I'm getting paid,
for you, Apostle.
I'll take
ready
it.
for you, but I'm ready to debate you
or anybody else
without being interrupted. I sa.neter want to say this.
Let him speak.
sa.neter.
Yo. Everybody, hold on, please. Everybody be quiet. I'm taking the advice of one of the people that was in the chat. They said I need to call Morpheus up, and I did that because I agree with the person.
Hell yeah.
And here's Morpheus because
yes, come on back in.
Yo, man, can I talk, y'all? Just be quiet, everybody. All right, I disrespected my brother, and I want to apologize to him. I got a little hot and heated.
That's right.
I did it in public, so I didn't want to call him up on the phone and do it in private.
That's true.
And I did do that. I called him. He said, "No, brother, we all right." I said, "No, Morpheus, I got to do this for me, brother. You got to come back up, man. And I got to do it in public for the people." And so I got to apologize to you, Morpheus. I was wrong. I got a little hot heated, and I shouldn't have did that to you. You don't deserve it, brother. You don't.
Can I say something real quick?
I apologize to you for that.
Can I say something, y'all?
Yes, go ahead.
Hey, I love you, bro. We good. That's why I say no. Don't do it. It's okay. We good. I don't hold any ill will feelings. Not even to Apostle, but even to Apostle. I don't even know if he still hear me. But yo, I love you too, bro. I still love you too, bro. We just have two different perspectives on two different things. And after this debate, man, we can shoot. We can. If I was lived by you, we'd sit down and have a beer together or something. You know what I mean?
That's nice.
We just got two different perspectives, bro. But in reality, I care about your well-being, your family, how you doing. You know what I mean, and all that, bro. I'm just all about love, bro. I'm all about love. We just have different perspectives on different things, and that's cool. You know what I mean? So I hope after today, we can still, we can still talk. We can still talk.
The battle's over.
Yeah. We can still talk. I'm sure I can learn from you. You know what I mean? I can also teach if I can. I learn from Nepal. I sit back and everybody, you know what I mean? We don't know everything. We don't. There's no one person that know everything, bro. You know what I mean? But we just, again, we trying to figure this out. We all trying to figure this out before we leave this planet. Am I right or wrong?
You're right.
Yeah, we all trying to figure it out. And each one of us got...
Says so. Not one person have the total truth.
Exactly. But we all get little pieces to the puzzle. You know what I mean? We all get little pieces, which is why we do what we do. You know what I mean? We study, we learn, get a few more pieces, and we go. But Sa, we good. Me and you always gonna be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I still had to do it in public. I had to.
No,
So-
it's cool. It's cool. That's why I said I understand. I respect that, and I appreciate that. But we was always, whether you did it in public or not, we cool. You know what I mean?
Right.
Queen teacher, I appreciate you always. You know what I mean? To sit back and learn and listen, which I enjoy. Apostle, man, you gonna chop
Thank
it up
you.
sometime, man, and we just gonna we do what we do, man. But I have no ill will, and I hope, and most of all, I hope the public, right, who was watching the show learned something. Because if they didn't get anything from this diatribe, this debate, then it was all for naught. It was all for naught. You know what I mean?
Right.
If they didn't learn anything, if people didn't learn, then it was a waste.
People were saying this is a powerful debate, and that's why I just said, me myself, I'm only one individual, and I had to give it a draw. But the people, the majority gave you the win, Morpheus. So I gave it a draw. I'm just telling you where I gave it.
You know who won? The people won. It's not about, for me, I have no ego. It's really not about me. It's about the people, right? For what every show that all of us do, I know we don't do it for ourselves. I know all of us do what we do when you teach and you do a presentation or whatever it may be. You're sacrificing, and we're doing it for the people, right? So at the end of the day, that's who win. The people win. You know what I mean? The people win, hopefully anyway, but the people win. It ain't about me. It ain't about, that's why I said before, so if you remember I said, Apostle, I'm not debating you.
Right, I remember.
Right? It's the subject that we're talking about. You know what I mean? Because as far as you is concerned, Apostle, I'm like, yo, man, you my elder, you my big bro. You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing against you personally, nothing at all. It's just that, I'm trying to share a perspective that I have, and you sharing a perspective that you have, right? And let it be what it be, and let the people learn, and let the people, get from it what they supposed to get. You know what I mean? That's what it's about at the end of the day.
Hey, before you go, Morpheus and Apostle,
No. I hate when you do that, Rock Cooper. Come on, bro. You gotta say, yo, can I speak? Can I get in? You can't. And you do that all the time. And then my brother Elder Suntan do it all the time too. You gotta at least ask, man. Yo, how you know I ain't got nothing else to say? I'm coming up. Y'all just cuts in. Y'all gotta stop that, man. All right, but thank you, Morpheus. I appreciate that. I didn't want to keep him up here long, man. Thank you.
No, it's okay. If he wanted to ask me a question real quick, if it's okay with you, I'll listen,
Please, because this is important. Everybody on this panel, Morpheus, Apostle, Sa, everybody gets short. Everybody. We all get short tempered sometimes. We love each other. We family.
Yeah.
That's real, bro. We really do.
I think Rakufu sent that energy to me and shit, man.
At the end of the day, yo, Rakufu, at the end of the day, we all we got, bro. You know that, right?
Real, bro.
At the end of the day, hey, Sa.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we all we got, bro.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We all we got, like it or love it. We all we got.
Yeah.
I wanted to say to Apostle, he like my big uncle that he probably be like, my little nephew bad, woo woo, he don't want to listen, but let somebody come at Apostle. I'm gonna tear their head off.
Man, when I come out, you know what? When I come out to California, see Rakufu, I wish I knew you that time when I came out there. I would have had you as my security. Because I had a lot of niggas running up on me. A lot of people.
You know what, Rob? I'm the same way. If I lived by Apostle, right, and he had beef, I'm there with him. I'm like, yo, let's go. Let's do what we do.
We need to say that while we on earth. Give each other our flowers. Man, we'll let one of us. We'll be bad. We'll be down bad, man. So,
all right, what's your question, brother?
That's it. I'm gonna leave it alone. Let's stay righteous with each other. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna jump off at Apostle. You heard what I said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. At the end of the day, if you had something, I was there with you, bro. I'm back to back with you.
Look,
you heard?
Right. I grew up with.
All right, Apostle. You grew up. We knew you grew up. All right. Peace, Morpheus. Thank you.
Hey, Scott, can I ask Morpheus a question?
Nah. Hey, Morpheus, thank you, brother. I told you I ain't gonna keep you long.
Great debate, Morpheus.
All right, peace and love to you.
Peace. All right, Meta Williams, you can speak. Go ahead and speak, brother. I just didn't want to keep Morpheus because I told him I'm only gonna have him here for a minute.
Man, it was a nice debate. You know, it was nice, but just like earlier when I said, and I was,
Turn
man,
on
I
your.
was, man, I was, I almost beat the wall up because the scriptures that I was telling you earlier. Man, you can't get around certain things, man. You know, it's like Jabari. Jabari put me on a lot of games. And when you smash timelines together, it never works out. It never works out. It won't. So now back to what I was telling you. Apostle, are you available for questions?
Go ahead.
If I was
Okay.
sure, the apostle gonna beat you up, man. He gonna beat you up. You think you know the Bible?
It's not about. It's common sense. Because you gotta. I'm talking about when it's common sense.
Ask him. Just go ahead.
Okay. Apostle, great debate. You started off a little rough first round. You picked it up. You know, it was a nice debate. You know, but you was running. So hold on, check it. When we come to when Jesus spoke to the disciples, I'm talking about it's not our timeline. He's talking to the disciples. He's not talking in 2026. Right? Malachi 4 or 5.
Speed it up, brother. Speed it up. You dead in the show. Speed it up.
Man, I apologize. Malachi 4 or 5. Behold, I shall send Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
So is he speaking in that time or this time?
The Bible says in 2 Peter, these things are written for our understanding, for our edification, for our enlightenment, right? To the coming of the faith. So, yeah, it's speaking then and to now, because now we are able to pick the book up and be able to read what happened then. That's why the book exists today. For our learning, for our moderation, our teaching, our instruction to holiness. So what Malachi prophesied, that before Christ come, Elijah must come first. The disciples knew that because they knew what the Septuagint said.
But brother, they didn't know.
Hold
on.
No, don't do that.
Okay.
That's the question and I'm answering you. So the disciples asked him about that text about Malachi. What does this mean that Elijah must come first? And he said, Elijah has come already. But they didn't know that he was speaking of John the Baptist, who came in the spirit and embodiment of John the Baptist. Now, some Hebrews believe that John the Baptist was the reincarnation of Elijah. Some believe he was the reincarnation, regeneration, meaning he didn't come in body, but he came in spirit, preaching the same thing that Elijah preached. What did Elijah preach? Elijah preached in an atmosphere that was under control of Jezebel and her prophets, where she convinced her husband, king of Israel, to do wrong.
All right, Apostle. We don't want to go too long because I got something I got to do too. And I think after, hold on, hey, Sister Freedom, you there? Sister Freedom. All right, Sister Freedom went to sleep on us.
I just wanted him to add on to.
No,
I
sir.
think
I'm here. I'm here,
all right,
sir.
Sister Freedom. I want everybody to know, and Asar 7. I want everybody to know. After this debate, I might end up taking my Shahada of the independent faith of Israel because of the way Apostle taught tonight. So I might end up being a Hebrew Israelite. I want everybody to know that. And Asar 7, you challenging my OG, Apostle gonna whip you, brother. Don't do it. Don't do it. He feeling his own now. He feeling, yo, you better chill, Asar. You don't want that smoke with Apostle now. Apostle ain't no
I want to say this though.
I want problems always.
All right, what you gonna say, Asar?
Yeah. First, I want to say, man, I grew up with 2 brothers, right? And I love my brothers to death. I'll defend my life for my brothers. And you are my family and my brothers. We fight. We may fight and fuss, but we always gonna be there for each other. We gonna love and care for each other. And I feel the same for everybody on this platform, including my elder apostle and you, elder sa.neter. So there's never no hate. There may be disagreement, right? But there's never no hate for me, for anyone on here. And even though me and Apostle may go back and forth, I don't hate the brother. We may have disagreements, but he's my elder. I care for him. You know what I'm saying? And I've said that.
What? Here come the butt. Come on. I'm waiting for the butt.
When it comes to the smoke, I'm ready for the smoke. We can chop it up and talk about. I mean, it's many times me and Apostle had discussions, biblical ones. He tried to claim that Jacob's mother was told by God to have him deceive Esau. Me and you, sa.neter, argued him down and proved him he was wrong. And
You didn't prove that.
Even Elder Yaba came in and agreed with us.
No,
So,
you didn't prove. You didn't prove that.
Yes, we did. God,
you want to add sa.neter?
Apostle, let him finish.
Because when he gets cut, he has to speak, right? And that's okay. That's part of the argument. That's part of the debate, right? But we've had many other discussions, right? And elder Apostle will always, it doesn't matter who comes up against him, he will always say that they were wrong.
No, I want to see Apostle and Brother Lai. I want Lai to defend that Quran against
But if
Apostle.
you want that smoke, we can get it. I ain't scared. You know what I'm saying? But I also want to say this. This is the toughest environment to be in. And sometimes we may run. For those who's run, they gotta deal with the running. But as long as they come back, like what you did with, I have to applaud you for what you did with our brother Morpheus, because that was a very contentious thing that went down.
Yeah, I can't let my man go to bed like that and me go to bed like that.
Yes,
I
that's
mean,
what Scripture
and that
says.
shows,
Don't go to sleep
that
angry.
shows your integrity, sa.neter. You have one of the biggest standing integrities that's on this YouTube. And even though we human beings and we can get emotional, you stood on that and you showed and proved that. And one of the biggest reasons why I love you. You're my brother, because you allow everybody to speak. You allow, even if people push back on them, you gonna push back, but you allow them to push back.
Yeah.
And you see, I'm gonna be down with you 10 toes down. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big thing in a small package. And if it comes to y'all, I'm there to stand like a soldier and a warrior for y'all.
All right.
Like
Thank you, brother. Freedom, what you wanted to say? Oh, Freedom went to sleep again.
I
asked you, so could I speak? Oh, go ahead.
I heard her voice.
My computer was moving slow. But anyway, I just wanted to say, hands down, Islam, Christianity, all of them is just whatever. But there's no comparison with Islam and Christianity. I just want you to know that.
When you say that, what you mean by that?
I have experienced Christianity and Islam. I'm talking about the actions. I'm not talking about the reading of the books and this, that, and other. I'm saying there's no comparison with Islam and Christianity. There's just none.
So you're saying Islam is better?
Oh, absolutely. Without
No,
a
it's
shadow of a
not.
doubt.
They're both the same.
But no, that's not. No, it's not.
They are both brainwashing tools that take you out of who you are.
No,
They are both enslavement tools for the slave master.
Facts.
Both of them. Both of them.
I can agree with what you're saying, but when it comes down
So
to
there's none better than the other. They both do the same work.
I was making my opinion.
They both do the same work, and that is to enslave the mind of of Africans. That's it. The enslave the mind.
Why you put on mute so you can get that out so I can't finish my statement? That's rude.
Go ahead, finish your statement.
I'm giving my opinion. There's no comparison. There's none.
Tell them why you say that a little bit. Like, give some examples of why you say that.
Okay. All right. What I like about it is the cleanliness. First of all, I like the fact that in a relationship, I like how the relationship situation is in Islam.
You said the cleanliness, right?
And the cleanliness.
All right. What about the cleanliness?
Okay. I don't want to
cleanse. Let her talk. You saying cleanliness? Stop drinking the Corona, sa.neter. Cleanliness. You got the sister saying cleanliness. Cleanliness. Go ahead.
All right. What about it? Break that down, Freedom.
Okay. There's a difference. It can get kind of
cleanliness. Talk about the cleanliness. Break it down.
Okay. First of all, before we pray, we wash. And in Christianity, they don't do the booty. They don't do the booty.
I'm waiting on you to say that.
Let her get the whole thing.
No,
why do you do that?
I gotta let her stop.
Gotta know he can't help it. The Aries.
No, I'm gonna let you go. Stop real quick before you say it, because when I say this, you might not want to say it after that. And so, Sister Freedom, the reason why I'm stopping you is because our mothers always told us about cleaning your hand up, cleaning your face, cleaning all of that before you go to bed, brush your teeth, wash up, and do all that. So what have Islam taught us that our mothers and parents have not taught us about cleanliness?
Okay, I don't even know why you're saying that, but
cleanliness. No, go ahead.
Us doing our regular wash up at night, take a shower, bath, and wash.
Yes,
that's just regular stuff. This is specifically for prayer reasons. You can't even drink, because we are taught certain things in Islam. Like if you drink, you know what I'm saying, your prayers may not be accepted. Things like
but they drink.
Oh my God, will you be okay? All right, I'm sorry. Okay, just like a woman, we do certain things in the bathroom. I'm trying not to just go all into this, but the cleanliness, y'all don't do the same things. I'm telling you.
That's not true. We clean ourselves. You don't think we bathe?
You don't do the same things. You do
we
not
do
things.
It's just that the flesh.
We don't do the same things.
We do.
Okay,
we do.
What is a
I cannot come before God filthy.
What do you do when you stinge? Can you go before God drunk?
Drunk? I don't get drunk.
I'm not talking about you personally.
I don't. The Bible tells me not to be a drunk. What are you talking about?
I'm not talking about you personally.
Well, we don't drink to get drunk.
All right. Hey, everybody.
What are you talking about?
Great show.
Islam has a different way. The deen is different.
Great show, everybody. Great show, everybody.
They drink.
Hey, Ty, you gonna let us
Wait,
come out?
hold on. May I say something, please? sa.neter.
I'd
like to speak up for sa.neter, but you know what though? I don't know what's going on here.
Go ahead, Nepal.
No. First of all, I'm gonna let her finish her last thought, and then I'm gonna come in. It's just when I see that happening to other people, knowing that it happens to me all the time, it really, come on, let her finish her thought. And it's not because she's a woman. Let her finish her whole thought. You guys talked over every single thing she said.
Hey,
so let's let her get it all out. If sa.neter says so, definitely I'm for it. But go ahead, Robin, get your whole thought out, what you're saying about the comparison, and then we'll be quiet.
It's a big comparison.
Robin is long-winded too, man.
sa.neter, really? You're showing your chauvinistic side.
Yeah, Robin.
That's
Go ahead,
only
Robin.
behind the scenes. Okay, go ahead, Robin.
Somebody is long-winded because the person is being talked through, cut off, can't get to. All right. Anyway, Apostle, because you were the one who was bringing up the comparison with the Quran and the Bible. Now I can see where you can find some comparisons in them, but I'm talking about the actual acts that you do in Islam. It's completely different in Christianity because I have been a Christian and I've been Muslim. So I'm telling you, it's completely different and there is no comparison. And it just isn't. Even the fear that you have in a law, how you talk to your mate, it's not the situation like the same thing in Christianity. Even though it may supposed to be like that in Christianity, it's just not the same way in Islam.
You do know I'm not a Christian, right?
Let her finish, Apostle, please. Let her finish, man, so we can move on.
And as far as do you know what a stinger is? Do you know what's being the act of stinger? Or why is that read?
No, what is it?
Okay. For a woman, we do different things than men. I'm gonna just leave it at that. I could talk to you about that later on because I don't want to even go into that. But
it doesn't matter. Yo,
my man, you ain't hear me what I just told you, Apostle? You know, I opened up this bottle of wine. I want to hurry up, man. I gotta.
You've been drinking that wine. It's gone. Stop playing. So go ahead and finish up, Robin, and then I want to add something. I see Unc on the screen. I gotta say something.
You can come as you are to church, like people make the statement. You can come as you are. Nowadays, you see girls coming as they are. They can have tight jeans on. They can walk into church these days with hula hoops on, and they'll just go in there. But not in Islam. You have to have your overgarment. You have to. It's just a complete different way of life. It's a complete different way of life. There's no comparison. It's none.
Thank you,
And
Sister Freedom.
I'm not even practicing right now. I'm just saying that it is not none.
And I love that she said that. Thank you. We got that out. We got to have sisters come in more, feel like they can speak. I want to talk to my brother, Ankh. Ankh, I want to let you know, I apologize. I'm letting everybody know. Ankh promotes these debates hard body. He's on every single channel, always promoting the debate. So sa.neter and I dropped the ball about sending the link to you.
No. He dropped the ball. We didn't drop the ball.
sa.neter, baby. Come on, we know. Anyway, my point is, thank you, Unc, for promoting the debate.
Unc should have had the link earlier when I was live.
Oh my God.
Unc dropped the ball.
I swear. I don't know what you gave sa.neter, Apostle. I don't know what kind of brown crown, because he's Native American. They can't hold their liquor at all. So anyway, I just want to say, we won't do that ever again. I'll make sure at the top of the list, we'll put you up there. That's it. That's all I want to say, everybody. It was a great debate, great after party. It was super, super lit. And I'm going to play my We Are Family gift, sa.neter. And you stop deleting my little
nonsense. No, you're not. I don't want that here.
You see what I have to deal with, everybody? All right, peace.
Fairly, sa.neter, can I just say this? Because you said after them three.
Go ahead, brother. Say what you want to say.
scientifically, who has the healthier dietary law, Islam or Kemet? On a purely scientific health
All right,
basis.
Kemet, you already know that, brother.
No, wait. The average ancient Kemetic dietary pattern is generally healthier than Islamic diet. So Islam, she said,
Just facts.
but we got to go with Kemet over all of them, I say. Go ahead.
No, I was, Rakufu, I stayed neutral because now that Rakufu came out and said that, the Torah came out of Kemet, and then Islam came out of the Torah. Let's just love each other. That's the facts.
That's true, Nepal.
And with that, y'all, let me give Apostle the last word. This was his show. I'm proud of you, Apostle. I'm proud of you just for doing the debate, brother. That's what I'm saying. I'm proud of you for sticking in there, doing the debate, and holding it down, and getting it in with one of our top scholars in Morpheus. So that's what I'm proud of you for, brother. Just coming through and doing what you got to do. Showing no fear. Unlike Reggie Mabry.
You know what? I got to speak up for my brother. Dr. Reggie did great. No, Reggie came in very level-headed. He was right. He loves the HOK. And look at, listen, Dr. Reggie, see? I be getting kicked in the back and I'm his wife. Dr. Reggie came in totally professional. And I wouldn't even speak up because I know he doesn't like me mentioning him because he likes me to just, stay neutral. But don't do that, sa.neter. Reggie was great. Morpheus was great. Apostle is great. This is a great debate because this is the toughest environment to be in. And everybody belongs here that's been here. So that's all I have to say. Peace.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, but I just wanted to ask one question. Man.
No questions, brother. Nope. We ain't doing that. Apostle, take us home.
All right. Meadow, you need to come sit at my feet, man, and learn. The questions.
I don't want peace. I want problems always.
On this base are utterly ridiculous. What you say has no purpose, has no understanding, nor standing. You really need to learn. You need to sit down before you condemn something and attempt to understand something. Really. And stop listening to what people say. But open that book up and pray and ask God to give you perfect, pure understanding for you. Because
all right,
what you're thinking about is wrong. But sister, I love you. I got nothing but respect for you.
I love you.
But I would love to come over to your show and sit down in your fire seat or whatever you got.
There you go.
Okay? It doesn't matter. Okay?
You put me on, I'm just saying I love you too.
All right. And with that,
let me finish.
All right.
Give me a minute, side. You can get you your drink. Look.
Come on, let me choose the song this time.
Come on, serious business.
Myself.
It was a great debate. I got nothing but respect for Morpheus. It was a battle, and during the debate, it's a battle. All this kumbaya stuff ain't gonna happen.
That's right.
But afterwards, we can do the kumbaya, and we can come together as brothers. I got 6 brothers, and I argue with them all the same. 8 sisters. All right, I come from a large family.
All right, thank you, Apostle. Go ahead, Nepal. What song you playing, babe?
Oh, thank you,
I don't play that song no more. They're saying I'm cheating the people and taking their money.
I'm not playing it, Apostle.
All right,
let me play this little clip.
I'm gonna take that out. Don't worry, I got you.
All right, I'm not playing. This is one I want to play because shout out to my sister and my brother of Afu Nation and of course Revelation X. Here it is. Peace to the family.
And long hair don't care.
Hey, yo, hold up, Nepal. I got to tell you something. You ready for this, Nepal?
Yes, I am.
Revelation X called me today, or called me yesterday, and said he's ready to come do a presentation.
Wait, don't even delete. Let me do it. Son, stop. I gotta do it. He's ready. Is he ready?
He said he's ready to come do a presentation.
Oh, hell yeah. Because he's ready to do a debate.
I don't want peace.
I want
problems.
You did it again, man. General, HOK, Field Marshal, now. None of them can better dance on the top. Revelation, violate the general. Head up in a blood clot funeral home. Anchor the AK, Jabari got the crown. Frankie and the trendsetter. You did it again, man. General. HOK, Field Marshal, now. None of them can better dance on the top. Revelation, violate the general. Head up in a blood clot funeral home. Anchor the AK, Jabari got the crown. Hector was the hard, we're sending them home. Regina the alley with a Cuban and a galley. Send you back on Nile Valley with a shot in a your toe intellectually. How click the link if your scholarship sloppy. Morpheus will make you cry with the truth. No lie, my youth, him a really scored on. 21 gun salute for commission. Not a brother, a hostile, who I like all left for the black woman, not all like Ulf and the Yana past sister freedom. I the whole panel know what time for Bible thumping the minute them see me come. Revelation set Frankie are the trendsetter. None of them can bother dance sa.neter. None of them can bother dance sa.neter. Them got a podcast but saw better.
Coast to coast, we be banging. Coast to coast, we be bringing all this knowledge, we be slanging. In the HOK, we don't do no entertaining.
Speaking true, speaking fast.
What the niggas just a layman. Better get on one accord. The future can be yours. Ancestors push you more. We gotta go explore the sciences and math. The future's based on class. You bout to catch my wrath. We turning up this track.
In the dark minds of the light.
The dark heart still fight. We gotta make this right. Talk right now. We learn how to stand up and stand proud. No man down. We fam now. House of the Cox, my clan now.
Frankie are the trendsetter. None of them can bother dance sa.neter. None of them can bother dance sa.neter. Them got a podcast but saw better.
When I look at you niggas, I see what I'm not. Go take him, a little bit of her, mix it with them, I put them in a pot. Still can't get none like me. It might sound the same, but it's unlikely. One white tee, if I lift it up, then you niggas gonna see what it come might be. I thought I told ya. Affirmation, revelation, we some soldiers. sa.neter put this team together, now it's over. We got the weight of the world up on my shoulder. When you get conscious information, hearts turn colder. Now look at these trappers who rapping the same, so stuck in their lane, systemically, chemically. I'm thinking something is wrong with their brain. As long as they paid and for in the chain, I got nothing to say. They in love with the gang. I traded my gang for change, and now that I changed, a few things still say the same.
Frankie are the trendsetter. None of them can bother dance sa.neter. None of them can bother dance sa.neter. Them got a podcast but saw better.
Yo, Apostle.
You are now in the toughest and roughest environment. Don't make this a disappointment. This is the
God
HOK
really
where
do
stars
that?
and ages are born. Hey, yo, Yara and Mr. Apostle, the Bible got you speaking static. Thinking you dropping knowledge, sounding erratic. All you Israelites in easy bands to chasing the fame. While I'm out here banging on the Bible, mentioning your names. Did God really do that? What is you talking about? Changing scriptures up for Zodiac, looking for signs while I'm reading the word line by line. And you're just reading between you. A fraud is written all over your face. While the HOK is trying to free the minds with grace. White slave, master whip you, keeping you in your place. Check the pressure, Bakwash, your foundation is brittle. When you step into the HOK, don't act crazy, be civil. Apostle, Yara, easy bands and all you Bible thumpers. Did God really tell Abraham to sharpen the knife? To take his only son and gamble with his life? Did God really send bears for kids play in the street? Just cause Elisha's bald head couldn't handle the heat. Easy bands, you out here quoting the Bible with Yara schemes. But your life is full of loopholes and nothing but dreams. The problem is not our women, it's you weak men in the dark. Terrified, hiding behind the white man's shadow, no spark. You wrap the Bible around your mind, mental chains rust. Use the scriptures every time you talk, keep us in the dust. Israelites are crazy talking about the 12 tribe charts. The HOK break biblical facts down, tear you apart. Did God really turn a woman in a pillar of salt? That is crazy work, God, it's all your fault. Did God really send the plagues and kill the firstborn sons? The Bible is a bloody book, Passover, kill the work is done. Did God really tell Moses, keep the virgins for yourself after burning down the cities and the idols on the shelves? Is this Bible really holy? Suit up. sa.neter. Mercy moves so cold and slowly. He spared only the young girl. Take one for yourself, God said. Hand him down to Israelite to lay them in the bed. Damn. Yeah. Did God really say you? She's beautiful and bright. You could snatch her from her family in the middle of the night. Force her to the house, make her shave off her hair. Clip her nail down while she's drowned in the fed. 30 days of weeping for the parents that you slew. Before the holy law says she belongs to you. Damn, it's sa.neter, why the Israelites don't see this is wrong. As I react, you have some explaining to do. Yeah.
Peace and black power, everybody. We out. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for tuning in.
You are now in the toughest.
Thank everybody for tuning in. We are out of here. Peace and black power. Talk to y'all later. Let the doorknob hit you with a good Lord split you, man. We out. Peace.